Howdy ho. Welcome to Prosperous Living with Toya. I'm streaming on YouTube as well as TikTok. You're new here too. If you are new here to YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share because you care, and always comment below as we deconstruct from Christianity and all religions that tell you that the Bible, that the power is outside of you, that you have to please some being external to you. You understand that all sacred texts are books about the mind because the world is mental. The power is always within you, and the greater power within you is your mind, your ability to think, your ability to speak, your ability to communicate what it is you desire in this life. Because what you think about, you bring about. And as you think in your heart, so are you. Let your words justify you, and so let your words condemn you. So today is Manifesting Wednesday. Manifesting Wednesday. We're going to manifest our dream life. We're going to speak those things that be not as though they were, so that the unseen becomes seen. Right? We know that our words that we speak, they do not return unto us void, but they do accomplish and prosper in the thing for which we have sent them. Hello, welcome. How are you? Welcome all, welcome TikTokers, welcome YouTubers. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, comment, and share because you care. The Bible is a manuscript to a prosperous experience here on this third dimensional plane. You just got to know how to use it. You got, like Florence Scovel Shinn says, you got to know how to play the game of life. The game of life and how to play it. Where is it played? In the mind. You have to answer that question. That prominent question in the Gospels: who do you say that I am? Because whatever you attach to the I am, that's what you shall be. Hello, Marcinda. How are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Manifesting Wednesday. As we are reminding ourselves that we are the cause of our experiences, right? When we become to the age of reason, right? We stop blaming the past and the things that we've experienced. We don't allow the past to define us anymore, right? We get to dictate our own reality. We get to dictate our own path. We're taking our power back. And to those that may have hurt you, traumatized you, neglected, and abused you, you say, to the hell with them. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Right? We're no longer going to be a victim to our past. No longer going to be a prisoner to our past. Right? And you just say, I'm moving on to brighter and better things. I'm going to command my reality and decide what it is that I want in this life. Thank you. Hello, Anne. The Anne Leave. Welcome. Hello, Belly Boom. Welcome. So, welcome to YouTube and TikTok. I'm streaming on both platforms, as today is Manifesting Wednesdays, and we're all about reclaiming our power, embodying success, wealth, prosperity, peace, love, light, joy, all of those good things. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Latoxic. Welcome. And so on TikTok, I do have a panel. on the panel. We can come up and discuss our manifestation stories, success stories, the things we want to manifest. If you so care to share, it's not necessary. You know, what brought you to this realization of who you are and your power to be a conscious creator. You no longer have to have the hit and miss, but you can be certain of your desires. All right, you have a God loves you. Yes, you have a blessed day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, but how does that help you to know that information? Chrysanthemum. Wealthy Rising. Hello, G Money Chopper. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As long as you understand, it's cool to know his story, right? But the true mystery is you want to tell your story. What story are you telling? Are you talking about a life that's at ease, flow, abundant, prosperous, successful in all that you do? You have riches in every area, rich relationships, right? Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy bank account, a healthy bank account, right? That you're free to be me, the liberty of being yourself, of not having to prove anything to anyone, not looking to be accepted, right? And so as we apply, really it's not even about applying, it's about deciding. What do you want? That's really the question that you have to answer within yourself, and only you can answer that question. What do you want? Because you know what? God wants you rich. I don't know, you can say God wants you to be saved. You can say God wants you to go to heaven. God wants you to miss hell. But while you're here on this third dimensional plane, God wants you rich. To experience the joys of life, the pleasures of life, the peace of life, the abundance of life, success in life. Hello, Pearls. Welcome. Welcome. It's that T Pearls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace, love, and light. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Double tap that screen. 10K the easy way. Okay, no problem. I'll be here. So manifestation. I know a lot of people have questions. Some people, give you the side eye when we talk about manifestation. But here's the thing. Everyone is always doing it. Life is a manifestation. Your thoughts are literally things. So that's why you want to become aware of what you're thinking, because you will soon experience it. Your present thoughts is just your future experience grown up. I heard Dr. Joseph Murphy say it like that. I was like, oh, that's cute. I like that. Your present thoughts are just, your future thoughts manifested or grown up or matured. Yes. And so it's your current thoughts. It only matters what you're doing now. What are you doing now? You should be thinking abundance, success, ease, flow, prosperity, joy, love, kindness, generosity to yourself, right? This is all about how you treat yourself. And then what was in you will naturally flow outside of you, right? Your cup runs over. What is your cup running over with? Ease, love, generosity, persistence, understanding, joy, thanksgiving, rejoicing. And you let your heart bubble up with those things, right? Because it's about how you're experiencing this life and how do you want to experience this life. You can listen to what the world has going on. You can watch all the news you want to. You can engage in all of the, what ifs and buts, ifs, ands, and all of that. But really, at the end of the day, it's about what you think about your life that you're going to experience. I know a lot of people want to be concerned about someone else's life. And if you're going to be concerned about someone else's life, just wish them the best. At the end of the day, just use your thoughts lovingly on behalf of another, because there is no other and they're your thoughts. And since it's your thoughts, you are the one creating the situation. Remember, you're the only thinker in your reality. Only you think for you. Now, someone else may tell you how to think and what to think, but at the end of the day, you're choosing to think it. Like, I can give you suggestions on what to think. At the end of the day, you have to accept or reject. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Your thoughts are creative. They are the cause for how you feel and what you experience, right? It's the energy that you are projecting onto the screen of space. And it's really whatever you accept as true. What do you accept as true? Because whatever you accept as true will be true for you. That's why the world is so subjective. The objective world was first subjective. Because your life is based on your perception about it. It's your individualized perspective. That's what makes it subjective. Yes, we may all be living on this third dimensional plane. We may all be experiencing this world or this earth, right? But, well, we were experiencing the same earth, but not the same world. We're not all experiencing the same reality, right? And we understand that we're not all experiencing the same reality. Because you have certain desires and dreams and perspectives about life and what you deem is possible. And somebody else, they're always talking about the impossibility of life. Someone else is always talking about the negativity. Someone else is always doubting and complaining and worrying and anxious and depressed and all of those things, right? Then another person, they just have, a glass half full type outlook on life, right? Can find the rainbow out of every situation. No matter what storm is occurring, they can see the rainbow at the end, right? And so you have to decide, what type of person are you going to be? How are you going to view your reality? What life do you want to bring forth into your experience? And you can have whatever you like. I tell you, you can have whatever you like. And you get whatever. Whatever you think. Mark 11:24, whatever you think, whatever it is that you desire, just acknowledge it and you'll get it. You can have whatever you like. Hello, Ricky McFarland. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. And so the question is, what do you want? A lot of people say what? They want more money. They want ease of life. They want health. They want, their significant other. They want that special someone to share this world with, to share this reality with, right? It's whatever it is you want. Some people don't want relationship. That's okay. Some people want to travel more, right? Some people would like to start a business, entrepreneurship. Some people just want a promotion. Some people want to stay at home, career. Some people like going to an office space, right? Some people like to be caregivers. Some people want to be doctors, lawyers, athletes, entertainers. Be a tech girl or guy, right? Yes, freedom and security. Love it. True love, compassion, vulnerability. All right. You got it. It's yours. Now that you know what you want, claim it as though it's already yours. Now you have to move from wanting to having. And how do you get what you want? You have to assume it's already yours. To them that have, it will be given. And that in an abundance. Yes, it's about being the person who has it, and then it appears. That's like Matthew 6:33, I believe that's where it's found. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of its righteousness, and then all of the things shall be added unto you. Seek ye first the kingdom of your good and all of your right thinking, and then everything that you want just gets added. That's the same way of saying, be the person who has the thing, and then the thing shall appear. That's how it goes. Easy peasy, fresh and squeezy. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to struggle with it. You don't have to sacrifice or compromise. You don't have to compete nor compare. All you have to do is what? Decide. And then let it go. That's it. Decide and let it go. Now, some people want to put some extra steps into it and start telling you have to embody, you have to vibrate or be at the frequency of it and all of that. You just have to make sure you don't speak against it. That's all you have to make sure of. Decide it, let it go. Don't worry about the how, the when, the where, not your concern. Your only concern is to decide what you want and then let it go, let it be, let it develop, let the process happen. Allow it to show up. That's all that. So that just means decide and let it go. You don't have to complicate it. It's just that simple. Decide what you want, then let it go. It's just like planting a seed into the dirt. Because guess what you don't make happen? You don't make the sun rise and you don't make rain fall from the clouds. That happens. That's a happening. Those things happen without you having to lift a finger. Same thing with your desire. You don't have to lift a finger. You just have to say what you want and then allow it to take place. And it will. Just don't put yourself in the way of it. You just get your ifs, ands, and buts out the way. And then it'll happen. Hello, welcome. Hello, Miss Kitty. Hello. Welcome. Yes, arm, leg, arm, head. That's right. Allah is the real God. Allah. Just like Jesus, I am. It's the same thing. Allah and Jesus are the same God. It's all you, boo. It's all you. You are everything, and everything is you. Y'all can argue over those Abrahamic faiths. No one cares. Nobody cares. Hey, the artist. Welcome, Nico. Welcome all. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So I'm streaming on YouTube as well as TikTok. YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, share because you care, and comment below as we discuss manifesting the dream life, our desired life. Imagine beyond our fondest dreams, because imagining is the only reality. It's what you're thinking about, you bring about. So what are you thinking about? What is it that you want? Because you do know health is wealth, right? A healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy bank account, and healthy relationships. So health is wealth. It encompasses all of those things, right? have a healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy bank account, and healthy relationships. What else is there? That's everything, right? And so just decide that you're rich. Just decide that you are prospering in all that you do. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Continue in faith, continue in trust, continue in knowing, right? Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. I am good. I am God. I already possess all things. I'm not seeking to get anything. I already possess all things, right? As the script reminds us, all that the Father has is thine. It already belongs to you. If this world were mine. How that song go with Kendrick Lamar? If this world were mine, you can go in, out. Because the world is yours. Yep, definitely worthy. But you don't even have to worry about worthiness. There's no earning, there's no proving. There's just being. You don't need to validate. All you just need to do is decree and declare. Just decide that it is and it shall be. That's it, right? But I know some things a lot of us have to work through to accept that reality, right? So sometimes we do have to tell ourselves, yes, I'm deserving of this. I'm worthy of this. Of course, I shall have this, right? Hey. So we reached 10K? Did we reach 10K? I don't know. Hold the phone. Keep muted up. 10K the easy way. Double tap the screen. 10K the easy way. You wasn't hearing. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. He said it's cool. Oh. But since you up here, might as well go ahead and let you share. You can unmute. How are you, Nico? Welcome.
I'm good, sister. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. So it's funny you mentioned how people always talk about having to be on a certain, I guess it's like a certain frequency or a certain energy. Like, the problem is, I think we try to complicate something so simple. Mm-hmm. Because I think us as humans, I think maybe just out of force of habit, we like to complicate simple things, and I don't know why.
Yep.
When it's like, when you think about, you bring about, right?
Yep.
But I think an even greater philosophy to that would be what you speak about, you see about.
I like that.
Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it could be subjective, but would you agree that speaking is more powerful than anything else?
It's whatever you say. Right? Somebody was saying the other day that they were saying that affirmations were more powerful than affirmations, because when you ask a question, your mind isn't going to try to argue with it. But again, that's a law you're creating, right? You're saying, you're saying that. So it's going to be true for you. That doesn't mean true for me. That just means that's a law you decided that when you ask, as opposed to just declare, you're saying, well, this is greater than that. When in consciousness, there is no greater or lesser, right? It's consciousness. Right. It's all there is. It's no big, small. It's no wrong, right. It's no greater, lesser. Just is.
I think it's also about what works for you and what works for me.
Yep, that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah.
say, right?
Yeah.
You get to decide what it is for you. You are the way, the truth,
Mhm.
and the life of your experience.
Yeah, because I think for a long time, I think I tried to use everybody else's way
Mm-hmm. Me
to
too.
be my way.
Yep, I went
And
through the same thing.
You know, and it's like it felt so irritating, and you know, it was frustrating because I'm like, you know what? I know, like I'm doing it out of good intentions because you know, because what they're saying looks and sounds good,
Yep.
and you know, and whatnot. But I realized the best way to go about life is using what applies to you and discarding what doesn't.
That's it. That's it. Because that's what I did. I was doing the journaling. I was doing the vision board and all of that. And I was like, and I just had to like really think about things that I brought forth that I wanted. And I never had to do any of that. None of that was necessary for me. Like that part, I recognize that once I decide something and I just really let it go, not really not be concerned with it, worry about the end result, it comes without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. And so I think that's something that I'm still like I get the idea and the concept of that because I always had a habit of like, okay, constantly obsessing over it, even though I spoke it, right? Or even though I'm constantly thinking about it, it's like, okay, it's kind of like just saying it and letting it grow and you know into the atmosphere or into the universe, like just kind of just letting things expand, like just let it ride. And so I was trying to control the when and the how.
Yep.
But the best things in life are things you receive not knowing the time or the day. It comes like a thief in the night. So, because if you knew how things, it just kind of ruins like the ending a little bit. It's almost like going to a movie and you've already seen it. It's like, okay, I already know what happens. It's not really exciting anymore. So I think my idea, my philosophy is just speaking it, especially as an artist, like just speaking what I want. You know, I am this, I am that, or and it is done. I'll show you just whatever, right? Just speaking things that I want to see in my life, and constantly saying it, right? But also keeping it in the back of my mind. Okay, just let it go.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, for me, I realized I don't have to say it audibly. Is if I'm saying it within is just as powerful as if I spoke it vocally. Because who else is listening other than my higher self? The higher self hears the inner voice just as well as it hears the outer voice. They're not different. You know, so you know, it's what again, it's whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong. It's what works. It's when people try to tell other people you should do it my way, when you're supposed to be finding your way. It's know thyself, not know the other person.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yes, can we be inspired by other people? Of course we can. Yeah. But then after you try all these different methods, these different techniques, and especially if they don't resonate with you, you should not be making a chore out of it. You should not be trying to force a manifestation. Because then that's when you end up getting the reverse of the thing you wanted. Because you're coming from a place of I don't have it, and so guess what? You're right. Yep, desperation. Yep. We've seen what people do. What happen when people do things out of desperation, and normally doesn't work out well. Even if they end up getting the thing right, it never ends up being what they really wanted, right?
Yeah, and so can I give you like an example of how I manifested? So like earlier this year, right? I was getting my I was doing a security job.
Okay.
And so you know what, you know the guard card that's required.
Okay.
So I went on a website to purchase the guard card, right? And it said that on average the guard card would take about 60 to 90 days.
Okay.
To receive in the mail. And I was talking to my friend. I said, you know what? I can't wait till I get the guard card so I can start working. And I remember like it happened yesterday. I said, you know what? This guard card is going to come sooner than 90 days, and it came in like a week.
Wow, nice, nice, love it, love it. That's it.
I promise, like I BS you not. Like I started to freak out. Like hold on, just, cause you think like it's all fun and games till it happens. You feel me? Yep. So like it happens sooner than expected. I'm like, okay, damn. So that taught me, okay, I got to be careful with what I say. It's like it's good or bad.
Yep. Someone was asking me that when I was saying, yes, you get to declare the time because time is a construct. So you decided, they said 60, 90. You was like, no, it's coming way before that time.
And I didn't know it would come in a week, but I was saying, you know what?
Yeah.
It'll come sooner. I just didn't know what day or what hour, but I said, you know what? It'll come sooner.
Yep. It's all based on your belief. And like, you didn't have any resistance to that thought, right? You just had an innate it's like a intuitive knowing or conviction about it, right?
Yeah, because I just kept I had a strong conviction because of course I wanted to push things forward and to get things done. So I'm like, you know what, like I don't want to wait 90 days. So I was like, you know what, it'll come sooner. I doubt it'll be 90 days. So I just brushed it off and left it alone. Next thing you know, I got something in the mail.
See, whoop, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, it just reminds you to be careful though. You got to be careful because what you say you end up getting. Like what you ask for, you end up receiving.
I was just say be careful what you ask for because you just might get it, huh? Know what you're asking for. Just be aware. Don't be in fear of it. And some people do, some people have said, the things started coming so quick and so easy that a fear did come upon them. Because I've spoken, I haven't experienced that yet. And I'm like, may that fear never find me, that, when you start deciding life can be a certain way and then it starts coming. And some people say sometimes it's overwhelming or it's spooky or it's like, something happens within them that feels like, okay, I need to stop it. I know it was a guy on here, Rob was saying that, he was saying he wanted a certain amount of money and how easily and effortlessly it started coming, and he had to back up off of it because for him, it was scary. And I remember there was this lady, she used to play the lottery, and she said that also she experienced that she was, the lottery wins were coming so frequently, it spooked her. Wow. I'm like, yeah, may that never find me. Like, I don't want to be afraid of the blessings. I don't want to. I do not want to be afraid of the blessings.
Yeah, and I think to take your time off or whatever, but it's like it just showed me that you really have power in what you say. And when people say, be careful what you ask for, like I get excited when I hear that because you know what? I have a laundry list of things that I want, so I'm gonna have a ball with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should make it fun and exciting. Yeah. Because I remember one person had said, they had got all this money, and I guess they were feeling unworthy of it, and they had to go to therapy. But I'm glad they went to therapy and they didn't lose it, because some people will lose the money, right? They weren't able to accept their worthiness. Because who was that? Gladys Knight ex-husband. He talked about that when he's a motivational speaker. I cannot think of his name. Very popular motivational speaker. And he said that he started thinking it was too good to be true.
Les Brown.
Yep, Les Brown. Thank you. And it became too good to be true. And he lost everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I think that's why the Bible cautions you to not do the chasing and trying to get it and be the person who has it. Right? So when it's come, you're well prepared to receive and hold and have the capacity, right, for the blessing. Like, it's not overwhelming. It's not something you think shouldn't be happening, or this is too good to be true, or this is overwhelming, right? You want to do the work, the inner work, which is just accepting that it belongs to you. That's the inner work,
Right.
accepting that, yes, this is mine. I'm supposed to be wealthy. I'm supposed to be living a life of ease and flow and no strain and struggle. Like, this is supposed to be my life. That's what you
Mhm.
need to remind yourself of, because you got to deconstruct from the mindset of thinking that you have to earn your blessing, or you have to be found worthy of it. Because what if you never feel
Right.
like you're worthy of it?
That's
So
the
then
problem.
when it
Right.
comes, you're going to feel like you're not supposed to have it. So now you're going to be feeling guilt
Right.
and shame and all of that,
That part.
Yep. But thank you so much for sharing. We have a few more people on the
No
on the
problem.
panel, so I'm gonna go to those guests. But I always enjoy you. Thank you. Hello, Miss Kitty. How are you?
Hey, I'm wonderful. Divine as always.
Divine day. Yes, love
Divine
it.
as always. I was just, I had the thought when I was trying a lot of different, different techniques as I learned them. And the vision board never worked for me, ever.
Nope, me either.
I had a big, beautiful vision board in my closet, so the first thing in the morning I'd get up and go. Oh, my vision board never worked. I had the big diamond ring on there. I had all kinds of stuff on there. Never worked. But what's funny is one time when I was working, as an executive assistant, and I had my little area all fixed up. You know how you do. And I had a picture of a park path, just some trees and on a path, because as I mentioned before, I love trees. And I just had it up there because it was pretty. I mentioned these apartments before where I would walk in the woods, and I realized one day I was walking this path and it was the exact scene that was on this picture. So it's kind of, I don't know, how that, maybe because I never really paid any attention to it. Again, I was just loving it whenever I looked at it and never put any demands on it, saying, oh, I would love to have a path like that in my backyard or something like that, right? And so again, that it's just reinforcing for me the idea of just loving what it is that you want and not even putting any demands for or on it. Just loving the idea, think on these things, as you always bring up, and not having any attachment. And that just makes it, I think, brings it into manifestation quicker. Yeah, because there's no resistance, there's no anxiety, no anxiousness. And you just love what you love. And that's it. With no attachment. So
that's what Cisco said, that looking at it just reminded him that he didn't have it. And so maybe that's what was happening, right? Like, you're looking at it and it's not looking at it as a way of like, this is my life. It was like, this hasn't manifested yet. This hasn't manifested yet.
Because that's the big old thing I had on there. Big old diamond ring. Where's my ring? Never got that ring.
So where is it? And I think I remember Dr. Joseph Murphy saying it. It was one guy, he was saying something, doing like the affirmation, I am abundance, I am abundance, I'm abundance. I think that was the affirmation. And he went back to Dr. Joseph Murphy and was like, me saying that just reminds me that I don't have it.
Right.
And so Dr. Joseph Murphy would say, well, remove the I am from it and just focus on the word.
Okay.
Abundance. Abundance. And then sometimes, like some people would say, instead of saying I am abundant, I think the artist had mentioned this before. I heard Abraham Hicks say it first about, if you're claiming an affirmation and it sounds like you're lying to yourself, then say I am becoming, or make it a little bit more general, right? Like, I'm becoming wealthy, or money is flowing to my life every day. right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, money is continuously flowing into my experience. I always have more than enough. Say something other than I'm abundant. You know, oh, I'm wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm wealthy. I'm what, right?
Right.
Because it kind of reminds you of what the script says, that you do not gain the ear of God through vain repetition, right?
Okay.
Is, you know, because it's about you believing what you say. But
Right.
again, you have people say, oh, the robotic affirming, it works for them, right?
Yes.
Me just saying it 10,001 times. And
Right.
I would agree with that, because I think the disconnect is is something going on, because when you think about learning your multiplication, learning your ABCs, did you feel any way about it?
No, except for maybe a little irritated.
That part, but you still learned it, right?
Right.
They didn't stop you. The teacher did not care if you felt queasy goosebumps from saying your ABCs over and over again till you knew them.
Right.
They didn't
Right.
care, you know, writing those multiplication times, using those cards, those flashcards. They could care less how you felt about it.
Right.
When the commercials, when we was heavily in commercials, right? When you watched network TV before we got all these streaming services, did they care? They interrupted programming with commercial ads.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care if how you cared about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They used jingles or what have you. Yeah, the jingles might have been catchy, and you started saying them because you heard them over and over again. Just like a song you may hear for the first time, it's like, oh, I don't like that, but keep hearing it 20 more times.
Right.
You find yourself. I was like, damn, I thought I didn't like this song, but it kind of catchy now because you kept hearing it. You kept hearing it every time you got heard the radio. There go that song that you said you couldn't stand. But here they playing it again. They playing it again, and they playing because they didn't care how you felt about it.
Right. And then you start singing it.
Exactly. So that's why I would say your feelings don't matter.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we got too many examples where your feelings really did not matter. It was repetition.
Right.
It was just you just kept saying it.
Right.
But there's some disconnect of saying it that we are adding to it, right? Because this is what I believe. Even though you're saying it, you're not paying attention to the conversation that happens afterwards.
Okay.
And so you end up being what? Double-minded.
Right.
Because you can say, I'm wealthy. Like, say you get up in the morning, you're going to look in your mirror, you're going to do your power affirmations, you're going to spend 10 minutes robotic affirming, right? I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. But as soon as you leave, you go to the grocery store. Damn, no EX costs. What? I can't believe me called this month. You get on the phone. Damn, yup, my property taxes went up. They got their nerve. The homeowner's insurance. You complaining about money.
Right. Right.
That's double-mindedness.
Yes.
So where is your dominant belief? Not on being rich.
Right.
Your dominant belief is not wealth. Your dominant belief is lack, not having enough.
Right. So that's why it's important when I find it for myself, it's important to be aware, the power of awareness of my thoughts, so I can catch myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really getting consistent with it too, and revising, right? Even in the moment, you know.
Yeah, because somebody said they use robotic. Well, Ricky says, I use robotic affirmations to pull me out of an emergency situation. Right, because you were focused. Because here's the thing, when you're doing the ABCs, are you thinking about anything else other than the ABCs?
Right.
When you're doing the multiplication, are you thinking about anything other than the multiplication?
Right.
No. It's repetition and focus.
Right. Repetition and focus. Well, I just did robotic ask formation one time, and I did it for a couple of hours. And I did it to hit the number.
Okay.
Right. And I hit the number that night.
See?
But I found that it was every time I said what I was saying, I was putting feeling in it. You know, I was like, why did I hit the number today for $500? Why? How come I hit the number today for $500? I was waving tickets, you know, around that I didn't have. I was asking for more than 500, but I ended up hitting for 500.
Okay.
So I found from personal experience, it worked for me. It was empowering for me because again, I was excited about it. It was robotic because I was repeating it over and over, but I wasn't robotic in my feeling. I wasn't robotic in such a way that I didn't put in feeling.
Right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
emotionally backed it up,
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
I guess it just depends.
Yeah. I mean, but it's whatever we say, right?
Right,
It's whatever we
right,
say, right?
right,
Because
right,
it's whatever you're thinking, it's whatever you're convinced of,
right,
right? And some of those that convincing can bring an emotional sensation,
right,
and then some
right,
people's convincing doesn't bring emotional sensation. It's more of
right,
like a relaxed feeling.
right, right. Yeah. So again, the power of awareness. You have to be aware from what you have to be aware of where you're operating from, your baseline, I guess, so to speak. And I was going to say something else, but it slipped away.
Right.
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 And it's again, it's just occupying your mind with an awareness. You just got to be aware, because like you say, you can't be double-minded. And then even with something like robotic affirming, I don't personally, just again from experience, I don't think it can be empty. You got to be involved with whatever it is you have to have whatever it is you want. You got to be involved with it some kind of way, because then it's like, I don't care either way. And maybe that's the letting go.
Yeah.
But when with the letting go, whenever when I look back and think of the times that I was not attached, there was not an attitude of not caring, though. There was just, I put it out there, and there's no emotions around it beyond the enjoyment of it.
Okay.
If you know what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Because if I've always just loved. I see often where I was loving the experience I wanted without putting it out there that I desire this experience. I was just putting love around the idea of the experience. So, and then there have been times when I have manifested where, like, money for a bill. I had one time, I needed money for my light bill. And I think I don't think I stressed about it at all, but I didn't have it, right? And I'm moving around the house and lifted up this basket that I had laying on the counter. And there was an exact amount of money that I needed for my light bill. Well, is that a coincidence? Yeah, maybe. But I had forgotten that the money was there.
Right.
And when I needed it, I remembered subconsciously to lift up that basket. And I was like, dang, this is money. And so I think it varies, but the point is that I'm seeing for myself is you have to be aware. You've got to pay attention to what you're thinking and how you're feeling. At least I do. I have to be aware of what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling for the most part. Because it has to come from love for me. And like you say, not desperation, just the desire without any complicated emotions around it. Is it? Maybe? I hope? I wish? Is it? As opposed to, yeah, this gonna happen, and then let it go. Again, I think it's important to be in. I think I've heard you say, maybe even this evening, you don't have to be happy. And I know another guy, Mark, says you don't have to be happy. He was like, when he bought his ticket and won all this money to get his car, he was having a messed up day, but he still went and played. It doesn't work for me like that. I can't. I have to maintain a light and positive attitude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to. If I'm grumbling, even if I'm doing, it doesn't come to me if I'm grumbling.
Because maybe you still think it's about worthiness.
Maybe.
Where he doesn't care. It's not about, he understands it's not about worthiness. It's about, because I decided.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I truly just think it's attention. I just truly think it's your focus on the thing. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's the focus of it. And the problem is people have split energy.
Right.
They're double-minded. So that's
Right.
why they don't get it. Whether you are
Right.
happy or sad, glad or mad. If
Uh-huh.
there's a split energy there, which means your attention is here, then it's there, then it's here, then it's there, that's why you don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're giving different instructions.
Okay.
All right, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna tell the Uber driver, take me to the airport. Wait a minute, no, go back to my house. Wait, okay, take me to the airport. No, go to the hospital. No. Okay, no, I need to go to the office. And they're gonna be like, what the hell?
What the hell? Right.
And so,
So-
that's why the script says that a double-minded man is unstable in all
Right.
his ways and shall not
Right.
expect to receive anything.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have Revelation saying, I wish that you were hot or cold, but you're lukewarm.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing the middle. You're straddling the fence. You do not make a decision. I said before you good and evil, life and death. I need you to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Your indecision causes you not to experience the manifestation or the desire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You stay where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because thinking it doesn't take robotic affirming. It just takes you not splitting energy, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't take a vision board. It just takes you just making a decision.
Mm-hmm.
It really just takes you deciding that it is, and that's it. But like I said, like the earlier Carla Nico was saying, we think it's something else involved. So because what do we say emotions are?
I was going to say no, but that's attention.
Energy in motion.
Energy and motion.
Is
Okay.
energy never not in motion?
No.
So you're
Never
always
said
you're always in your energy. You're always in motion.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's where is the motion directed?
Okay. Because I just promise you, when I'm in a funk,
You decided I can't have it.
yeah.
Well, you created that law for yourself. You decided that your desire is based on worthiness.
Okay.
Right? If I feel good about it, then I can get it. If I don't feel good about it, then I negate it. Now it has to stay away.
No, not it. Just feel good. If I'm not feeling good.
Right.
Not-
Then you won't get it.
Right.
Then it won't come. Then you won't manifest. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
you're keeping it. You decided that feel good is a law for me. If I'm not feeling good, then I can't manifest it.
Okay.
And then someone else, like Mark said, well, that's not a law for me.
Right.
I don't got to be in the happiest.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in the happiest state ever for
Right.
my manifestation to come.
Right.
I know I'm supposed to have it, so I don't care what kind of mood,
Right.
how funky I feel like.
Right. Like you said the other day, and he says this all the time too, is no plan B.
That
When
part,
I
yup.
play a number, it's that number. Well, I'm playing all these different numbers for because the number I say it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Well, there ain't no plan B. I'm gonna buy this scratch off, and it's gonna be a winner.
I said what
I
I
said.
said.
Right. Right. So that's something for me to work on. It's
Yeah.
just again paying attention to my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Ricky said, I received close to $20,000 out of the blue, and I was not in a good mood leading up to it. I was feeling down, right, entitled to a lump sum, and it fell in my lap. See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Mr. Stephen Randall. Say, how are you doing, sir? Say, when you're double-minded, you're always at war with the opposing self. It's exhausting, too.
It is exhausting. It's exhausting.
Oh my goodness. Yes, because like I've heard not too many, but I've heard a lot of people talk about their manifesting and they were like in a depressed state, right? They were just feeling like, woe is me. And then something happened. And they got what they wanted. They got an answer, they got a manifestation, they got like the guy that does Timothy Schultz, he does the lottery channel
Right.
on YouTube, right? And
Yes.
he said that he was down in the dumps before he had his out-of-body experience of him winning the lottery. He said he
Wow.
didn't have no direction. He didn't know what he was going to do with his life. And he was like, and he said something in him, maybe he released something by going through that emotional roller coaster, whatever he was going through. Because I think he was living, maybe in his parents' basement, and he was working at a gas station because that's where he bought the ticket. But then
Right.
he had the dream. He said it was so real, like he knew that he had won the lottery. And he won like months later. Like he was going around telling people, yes, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win. He playing cards and he went in at cards. Like he just had this knowing feeling that yes, I'm going to win the lottery.
Wow.
Like it's a done deal based on him having that dream. But prior to that, he was down in the dumps.
Okay. Well, I have to revise that law. I gotta change that law in my mind. I have a meeting today.
Yes. Hey, Kev. Great Manifestation Wednesday. Hello, Zebo Gold. Welcome. Hello, all. Welcome. So I am streaming on YouTube as well as TikTok. If you're new here on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, share because you care, and comment below. TikTok, tapping is clapping. Let's get to 20K the easy way by double tapping the screen. Manifestation really is easy because here's the thing, we've always been doing it. But it's like when you become aware of it and you're told, now you're super aware and now you're trying to be overly cautious, right? When the whole time your life is a manifestation. There is really no trick to it other than your attention. That's the trick. That's the secret. Because whatever has your attention has you. And it will become a reality for you. Because your thoughts are the things. Your thoughts, your thinking. What you're thinking, you're creating. Hey, Tox, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Amazing. Thank you.
Good. I love this conversation.
Great. Love it.
Yeah, I love talking about this because I think that I've gotten hung up on certain things like this too, especially when it comes to like affirmations. Like I agree with that guy about how like when I say I am this, I am that, like I feel like further away from it, like I feel separate from it. So I like the idea of just saying the word or just saying the thing or just conjuring up the actual like feeling of the thing versus like I'm this, I'm that. Like I'm trying to like beat myself over the head with it.
Because I think we've been taught how to use affirmations. We think it's a technique. It's not. It's the way you speak. Though your conversation is an affirmation.
Yeah.
Your conversation is. Rather you, because we're always speaking first person present tense when we're speaking of ourselves. We're always decreeing and declaring something true of ourselves. And so if you're saying affirmations to make it so, that's the problem.
Yep.
Affirmations don't make it so. You affirm why? Because it's already so. I'm speaking the truth because I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. My word is spirit and it is life. The moment you start thinking you're saying it because it's not so, or you're trying to make it the reality, that's the disconnect. You don't make anything so. You decree what already is, not what will be. It's already so. It's a done deal.
It's aligning with the reality that already exists.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're decreeing it. You're like the king in your kingdom. You're sitting on the throne. When the king decrees a thing, are people questioning it? Man, did the king really say that? Did he really mean that? No. When the decree goes out across the land, that's law. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I said so because it's so. My saying so does make it so. Why? Because it's already so. Not that it's becoming, not that it's some future reality. It's a now present moment. So we're not becoming. We already are. You already are that what you desire to be. That's why you're desiring it, because you already possess it. Right? We like we said we got to get out of our own head. Right? You just gotta release it, let it go, and go about your day in peace. But a lot of times we analyze it, we try to figure it out, like what's happening, why isn't it coming, what's taking so long, that whole thing. And you just really got to get into that state of all is well, everything's working out, it's already done. You got to figure out how to just release it, drop the seed, open up your hand, just release it. Because just like any vision, it must flower. Every seed, it must flower. Right?
That reminds me of something I heard. This is when I was in my Christian phase, and I used to love listening to Joseph Prince. I don't know if you know, but he's an Asian guy. It's real. Anyway, I don't want to digress. But he said something I really related to one time. He was like, it was something about loving God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your might or something. And he was like, no, don't you worry about loving God. What you want to worry about is receiving, being able to receive God's love. That's what you want to focus on, because God knows you can't, when you think of it. And that's also, I really don't buy into the anthropomorphic vibration of God. Okay. But I think it's just a matter of how you occupy your space, how we occupy our space in the, what's the word I want? In the beingness of it all. And it's just relaxing into, because the force apparently is all about love. So just relaxing into that state of being loved and receiving love. And then when you do that, you automatically become loving, because again, think on those things, think on these things. And so I think we put a lot of pressure moving day to day because of our conditioning and our programming is, I don't love God enough. I know I got to be more loving. I got to be more. And when it's really a matter of relaxing and being in a sense, in a space of receptivity, just feeling assured, that, like babies, I think I mentioned this before, how babies, when your grandson especially was an infant, how you would hold him and he'd lay his little head on your chest, right? Especially if strangers came around, he just relaxed in your chest because he knew all was well with you, because he was in your arms. He knew he was protected and loved, and nothing gonna get to him because my grandmother has me, my granny got me. And so I think so it is too with the force, or how does some people put it? What's her name? Abraham puts it, the source.
Yeah, the source.
Yeah, being in tune with the source and being so comfortable and so much in faith that I am loved. Your grandbaby didn't care nothing about how much he loved you. He was just trying to get your love. He's just relaxing in your love, especially when they're infants. When they get older, of course, then they learn how to manipulate and get,
It's so silly.
But when they're babies, they're just, they're just depending on your love for them, and they trust it. Especially when you've got in a loving environment, then they trust that, if I just peep, my granny is gonna come get me, or my grandpa, whatever, is gonna come get me, so I just don't have to worry about it. And I think that that's an empowering stance to take as we move from, through our lives and occupy our minds and move through this journey of manifestation. Again, it's trust and it's faith, just relaxing and remembering that we are loved. That why is the universe always in my favor? Why does everything always work out in my favor? Because I'm loved. I always say, one of the Hindu gods that I'm really attached to is Lord Ganesh. And I always say, like one of the disciples said, I think it was John, that I'm Ganesha's favorite.
Okay.
I don't know about y'all,
This
but I
disciple
really
in
know.
which Jesus loved was how he said it.
He said what?
The disciple in which Jesus loved.
Right. Right. That he was favorite. That he was Jesus' favorite. Well, that's how I feel. You know, I'm the favorite. I know all y'all, think y'all loved and everything, and you are.
Yeah,
But I'm the favorite.
did you ever watch Half and Half?
Yes. Yes.
Right, and she had the horse.
Yes.
Daddy's favorite. That was the horse's name. I love that. Is a great show to watch about manifestation, because you see the dual mindset of the one who grew up with the wealth,
right,
and the one who struggled with her mom, right? And the one that struggled with her mom had this woe is me, or this Murphy's Law type mindset. What can go wrong will go wrong,
right?
And the other one who grew up with wealth knew that she deserved to have
all the time,
right?
Everything.
She deserved to have everything in every way, to be the top of her class, to be the best at everything, to do everything in a certain way, right? Like that's the mindset she had,
right?
And it's just good to see that duality play out, right? So you can see what state am I operating in, right? Am I trusted, right? Because she said I trust myself. If the hairs don't stand up, it ain't for me. When I get the hairs stand up, I know that's like she was like, she knew, or right, whatever it was about, like you said, I have to feel good. If I'm feeling good about it, I know it's a done deal. Right. I know without a shadow of a doubt. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right.
So I got to revise that. That's going to take some consistent.
Yeah, because the thing is understanding all is love, and love is all there is. There's nothing but love.
Right.
When you start operating from this dual mindset of a such thing as a low vibration and a high vibration, low frequency, somebody is a energy vampire and somebody's a soulless being. Who's thinking that?
Right. You.
So who's creating it? And who's creating it?
Right.
The person that deciding to keep eating off the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Right.
Because if there is only God in the world and God is love, then that means there's only love in the world.
That's all. That's it.
That's it. I like how Joseph Murphy said, because I was listening, that book I was telling you guys about, I shared it in the Facebook group, is How to Use Your Healing Power. That's what it's called. How to Use Your Healing Power. And he was saying the only sin is ignorance.
Right.
That's the only sin. And that's and the punishment is the result of that sin.
But the law doesn't care that you were ignorant.
And you're only punished because of your ignorance, not because God is trying to tempt you, test you, or try you. God is not taking you through tribulations.
Right.
Because you are God. Remember, you are God. Why would you test and try and take yourself through tribulations? It's only because you're misapplying the law. It's misapplications, misuse of the law that causes the problems. He said the Bible tells you how you get yourself into problems and how you get yourself up out of it.
Right.
That's the whole point of the scriptures. It's telling you what happens when you think the wrong way, and it's telling you when you think the right way. Okay, your thinking got you into this. Now you got to change it, because that's what's going to get you out of it.
Right.
It's so simple, and we just
simple.
And we just want to keep complicating it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's the programming.
It's the programming. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the constructs.
So that's why you got to keep filling yourself up. That's why you got to be the watchman at the gate. That's why you have to guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it, it really does flow the issues of life.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Which is why it's great to have these calls, all the time, because it keeps it at the forefront of my mind.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, Kanji, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Peace, light, and love. Welcome. Yep. Here's the thing: you can eat off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's in your right to do so. But then don't complain about it. You ate off that tree. You want to experience duality. How you mad now?
What are you mad? You did it.
There's a book I don't know if you ever heard of You Are Creators.
I haven't.
Okay, so You Are Creators. His name is Justin. When I first started Law of Attraction almost 8 years ago, he very popular YouTube. At that time, he had 2 million subscribers 8 years ago. And he had this app called the Law of Attraction app. It was the You Are Creators app. And he had a bunch of Law of Attraction audio and PDF books. And there was this one book on there. It was called Just Be Glad. Just be glad.
Yeah.
Just telling you, just learn how to be glad. Just learn how to, just learn how to, because he had the other books like the Waters D. Wattles books, the Florence Scovel Shinn books.
Right.
Yeah, he had a various ones on there. Neville Goddard books, Dr. Joseph Murphy books.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think he still has the app around, because I used to have the app on my phone. I tried to find it again, and I couldn't find it. So I'm assuming he discontinued the app.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was he had a lot of good videos on his YouTube channel as well.
By just positioning ourselves and being comfortable with receiving.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like you said, like you said, Abraham said, get in that receptive mode.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then because I did like some of the things, but then I was like, okay, y'all kind of making it a little complicated, because she was saying it's not like a degree, it's not yours forevermore. Excuse me?
What does that mean?
So you telling me I can lose it? What do you mean it's not like a degree? So I have to keep trying to get it every single day? Like I got to try to keep, like, oh, okay. Like, right. So it was interesting because my daughter used to say, when she used to listen to it, she was like, she kind of talks a lot of abstract. She's not plainly saying it a lot of the times, right? And some of the teaching, I get it. Some people, like if you want an audience, right, and you want to charge your each person that comes into your audience at least $250 to come see you, well, aren't you going to just give them just enough so they can keep coming back to see you?
Right.
So I'm going to present it in a way that I'm going to make you think, not to say that's wrong. Some people making a living, it ain't for me to judge, but it's like, oh, because it's not this hard. Really, it's not this difficult.
It's not this hard.
It's not this, but if I tell you it's not yours forevermore.
Yeah. Right. It's not this hard. Let me stop looking back at the way it was.
Right.
And be open to what.
Or saying that the universe is giving you something. The universe isn't giving you anything.
Yeah.
You're claiming what you want to experience.
Right.
You're actually deciding what it is you want.
Right.
That's it. You're deciding what it is you want.
Right. Right. That's right.
But if you think, you have to do these different things, you have to, do all these different techniques. Like, because I have 2 of her books. I have The Law of Attraction. I had Asking It Is Given. My husband had got The Vortex. I didn't read that one, though. And they were really good. The only thing that was funny is that Asking It Is Given? I can't remember which one, Law of Attraction or Asking It Is Given, where her husband just kept asking these same questions about dis-ease. And it's like he kept asking the same question, but in a different way. And he was hyper focused on dis-ease. And it's interesting that she did say that his obsession with that's how he transitioned. He ended up getting a disease because he was so infatuated on the cause of it. As if their answer was going to change, right? That is not all mind. That most of the diseases, they say about 95% of the diseases that most people have come from the mind. At least that's what scientists say. So, but it's like, yeah, that's what you're going to keep focusing on. But anyhow, so in the book, she had 23 different, she's like, I got a technique for everything. I'm like, man, that sounds a lot of work though. So every time I want something, I have to use a different technique.
Right.
Like what? Like this technique is just not for everything I may want. It doesn't cover the board. It gotta be so specific. If you want money, use this technique. If you want healing, use this technique. If you want a relationship, use this technique. Like if you want a job, use it. Like I don't know.
Right. Which is the problem I have with hoodoo.
That's
know.
something I said. I don't understand the hoodoo. That I had a few people. Like I said, I've been on live for a couple of years. I did have a couple of people come through here, and I just saw they used the Bible, and they quoted the Bible. That's like about the extent that I know of it. That they took the Bible at its word, and they would use it to manifest. So, what more do you know about hoodoo?
Well, the different herbs. You got to get this herb. You got to make this jar. You got to put this in the jar. And I'm like, God, my Lord, I got to go to the grocery store. I got to go to the herbal store. I got to drive 5 miles from the house. And in Houston, 5 miles is far because you just never know where you got it. It's a mess. And then, it's too much. I got to park. It's hot. No. I can't. Too much. I just want to sit at home and do it. Or light and easy.
You were like, oh my goodness, what is all these different ingredients?
Oh my God. It was just the thought of it was driving me nuts. And so,
but people love their, their technique, right? Like they love the whole, yes, I know. Because at the end of the day, it's your belief. That's the part that people miss. It's your belief in the crystals. It's your belief in the herbs. It's your belief in the astrological chart. It's your belief in the human design. It's your belief. At the end of the day, it's just whatever you're putting your trust in. So, but it's your trust. It's not the thing itself. It's your trust. So it's just that those things help people have faith or give them permission to trust.
Yes. Now, I've done a couple of things. Don't get me wrong, because I had the materials right here at home and it worked.
Okay.
Yeah,
because of your faith. You believe
right.
it.
I was about to say, and because I know that I'm digressing a little, but I remember my mom did something and it worked. I was a little girl. I'll tell the real story real quick. I was dust mopping the house. They were at work. I was dust mopping the house, and I was under her bed dust mopping, and there was a glass. Mom, forgive me for telling this story. It's your personal business, but she gone. There's a glass of water on top of a piece of paper. So, of course, I scurried under there and pulled it out, and it was a letter to one of her girlfriends, elder, and this lady was old, and she passed away, and my mom didn't get a chance to go to honor her for her funeral and everything because she didn't know about it. She found out about it later. So in this letter, she was apologizing and, telling her how much she loved her, and she asked her for some help. And she wanted to take her daughter, because I was her only one. She wanted to take her baby to Arkansas and yada, blah, 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 blah. That year, we went, I folded it up and put it back and never mentioned to her that I saw it because, I knew even at that age, I was invading her privacy. Okay. And but do you know, at the end of that year, we went to Arkansas. I got a whole new wardrobe. And it happened. So I have a natural, my mom used to burn candles. Okay. So I have a natural curiosity, or it's a it's a magnet for me to know that these things work. But I don't have the energy for it. I just, like I said, because I can't. You need hogs, wart, the purple eye of a unicorn. I cannot do it.
Tox told us about her manifestation using a candle. She burned an amount of.
I definitely will burn some candles here and there for sure.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I did. I did not, at the time, I was leaving Christianity and trying to, just kind of feel what felt right to me. And I'd always done like stuff with candles and always been fascinated by them. I wasn't fascinated by fire, but so that was something that just kind of felt right to me, and it 100% worked verbatim. I doubled my salary because of that. But again, it was a matter of the faith, right? Because I had no clue that it was going to work. I just knew what I really, really, really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And that was extremely clear to me.
Love
And
it.
I was doing it despite my ex-husband at the time, because he was like, we had, divorced or whatever we were in the process of divorcing or divorce. And I wanted to be able to say, yeah, and I doubled my salary, whatever I did, whatever I was doing then, I doubled it, and I just wanted to brag.
Yes.
And of course I did.
I love it.
I absolutely did. So, I mean, to prove it, you don't have to be like some goody two shoes
Mm-hmm.
to get what you want.
You don't.
Honestly, it was totally worth it.
You was like, I'm doing this out of spite. I'm doing this out of spite, and I still got
I
it.
absolutely
Like,
did. A lot of stuff I do out of spite, to be honest with you. It motivates me.
yeah, a lot of people say
But-
anger is something that ignites them, that passion,
Oh, 100%.
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
use it to
definitely
your
that
benefit. If
way.
you're going to be mad, use it to your benefit, not to your detriment, right? That's what the
Okay.
Bible says. Be
That's when I
angry,
get
but
the
don't
most
sin,
clear.
but sin not, which means don't miss out on
Okay.
your desire. Don't miss out on your goal. Go ahead, light the world on fire. Just don't miss your desire.
Absolutely. I feel the most clear when I get angry about something. Like, I just feel the most, like, I just have the most clarity I've ever had. I know exactly what I want at that moment. I know exactly who I'm trying to piss off. I know that I get real focused.
Yeah.
So it works for me, but it's not for everybody.
Yeah, do what works for you, as they say. So do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That's what it's about. So Kanji asks, when Jesus said ye are gods, was he saying being that God lives in you, or does that make you a God? It makes you a God, because God, you are God, not God. It's both. God in you as you. God in you as you. God literally became you.
Can I put a quick pause in here?
Mhm.
I just want to see if we can get the likes up, friends. We've been at just over 10K for quite some time now. If we can get to 30K to 50K, that'd really help push this out to the algorithm. So, and tapping is clapping. So if you like what you're hearing, try to support the live. And then I've seen several different comments in here. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's because of a past live, but this is not a Christian live. If you're trying to scare us about Satan or whatever, like, we're not scared by that. We are not typically, generally speaking, Christians. And then for Christians who disagree with this prompt, we also don't care. So just everybody save it and listen and have a good time.
Love it. Love it. Hello, Dr. Jasher. How are you? You can unmute.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How you been?
Great, great. How about yourself?
Good. The topic that, the prosperity you want, God wants you rich, because he shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. So the riches and glory is the grace and glory that brings us into the wealth of wisdom and understanding. And now we're able to enter into that realm within ourselves, because words create whatever it is that we desire from our heart. That's where the abundance comes from. It's the heart. So when things come out of the heart and it's a desire, this is why we've been placed here, whether it's for one's self gain or it's to share with others. It's whatever it is that your frequency of the Most High, the Most High is our higher thoughts versus our lower vibration. Hello, serpent. From the things of the ground that we look upon, but when we put our affections on things up above, which is the crystal, when we were speaking about the gems earlier, the crystal, that's the crystal that's in all of us. Once that crystal is illuminated, those carnal things are eliminated. So we have to allow that glory, that candle, when the woman was speaking about the candle, because a candle represents where many hearts have been waxed cold. So when you light a candle, it begins to melt the wax that was cold. And now your heart, it has a fire and a desire for the things that you've asked for and you sought after. So everything is a reflection of what where our soul is, and in the spirit, what it is that is created and made for us to see in this dimension materializing.
Mm, love it. Love it. I always love the way you break it down. I say out of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What say you? What you say now? Somebody said that's why I don't eat the spaghetti. We know people say about that spaghetti, no spaghetti spells, supposed to be putting in their sauce. People practicing their little magic.
The heebie-jeebie hoodoo.
Woo! Yeah. I mean, it's when you don't know yourself, you're subject to it, right? But when you know who I am, you're not subject to it. Right? You can people do whatever hoodoo magic they want to do. When you know who you are, you don't play those reindeer games. Right? Because you're not operating in fear. You're operating in love and your dominion and your authority on this plane. So that's why when folks come through here with the demons and devils and Satans on my and the evil spirits galore, like, baby, if you want to see it, all you gotta do is go stand in the mirror. Like, you ain't gotta go far. But I get it. People are, convinced of that reality. And so the mind being the creator, you want to see a devil, you will. You want to see a goblin, goyles and all that, you'll see it. Because you're a creator. So you always get confirmation of what you believe or what you accept. You want to dream of hells? You want to go three, what is it, 3 circles of hell? You'll go. You'll get it. You create that reality for yourself. Just keep on fearing. It'll happen. Go ahead, Dr. Jasser.
Yes, and they don't understand that what they call the devil is just being double-minded. That's your adversary when you're double-minded. You eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. She loves me not. If I would have been a better wife, he would have stayed. If I would have did that rather than this, but this is that which was prophesied. Here we go with the breath. What you speak, what you create. So we related to that according to the carnality, right? Being double-minded, looking at it things literally and analyzation, right? But when you put things together and allow things to become one, that's the mind of Christ. That's the crystal within you, and everything becomes crystal clear and transparent. Now you're able to eat from the tree of life. Hello, the wife that's in the midst of the garden. So you're in paradise now. You're not between 2 places. You understand that there were not 2 trees in the garden. There was only 1 tree. And it's how we look at that tree, how we look at things through our brain analytically and through our mind spiritually.
Love it. Perception is your reality, right?
Yes.
What do you
Hello,
do?
woman at the well. What is it that you perceive? Right? Mm-hmm. Everything has to do with perception, because everywhere that is speaking about a woman or the woman is really showing us wisdom. That's the womb man. That's the womb man. That's what came out of man, out of the natural into the spiritual. And wisdom is a discerner. Hello, the tree of life. You have to be able to discern. That's why women in the natural have so much a discernment of spiritual things that have been suppressed, but now it's being opened up, and now that part of the woman is beginning to blossom. Hello, the tree of life. we're beginning to see and understand everything rather than just staying in an understanding of what we were taught and brainwashed and indoctrinated. But all that had a purpose. Because if we did not go through that, we would not become this where we are right now. It's a constant growing into the knowing, and then after that into the flowing.
Mm. Yeah. Interesting. So Kangi, or Kanji, their perspective is dead spirits that are trapped in the 3D feed off the fear and blood life force, oxygen of the living while they sleep. That's not like that archon type stuff. That I don't necessarily agree with that perspective, but to each his own. I don't see that there's any force or source or cause outside of your own individualized consciousness, which we understand is one consciousness, individualized is all one. But for the purpose of your experience, you are the only thinker in your reality. Thus, you're the only creator of your own perspective or experience. So if you believe somebody is, feeding off, then I guess that'll be true for you. I don't subscribe to that mindset, because then that'll be me giving my power to external things where there is no external things. There is no out there. There's only what's going on within here. It's only what's going on in my mind that is happening in my world.
Can I add to that really quickly?
Mm-hmm.
The people who don't believe in ghosts never have ghost encounters. They don't. People who don't believe in the supernatural do not experience life that way because they don't believe in it.
Yep.
So they're not going to think of anything that's happening that might be even a little spooky in that way because they don't believe in it.
Yeah. How can a spirit be dead? But how can a spirit be dead?
Right. Come on.
How can a spirit die? That's the part. That's the part. I like. What? How does a spirit die? That's the question you have to ask yourself. We know the body decays because it's just a projection of the consciousness that is, but it's a part of the circle of life because it returns to the dust, the stardust, but it's still eternal. It's still forever. But I don't know how spirit can die. So if you can explain that to me, then, until then, it's just, I don't know. It sounds like another fear ideology where people just still want you to be scared of something outside of you, making you think there's a power greater, that there's this other power beyond. There's nothing greater than the power that is animating you, that you are, that you have, that you know, and that you're becoming increasingly aware of from your logical perspective or from your carnal mind.
And it's just like you were stating about they're looking on the external rather than the internal. The internal is where the fire is always consuming, and you're not assuming externally. You're allowing things to be consumed eternally. So it's turning all of that, those things that we look upon and say that, this is why I'm where I am. Yes, because you're looking externally. You're looking for something outside. And so since we created from looking at it, it appears. And we say, where did that come from? Well, just go back and recite what it was, what your thoughts, what your perspective was going through those situations and circumstances.
Yep. It said people have said they felt something lay on them, but it felt like a dream. It's all a dream. If I'm dreaming, just let me sleep. I mean, that's only because they believe in it. Like Tox just said, I don't accept that there are such things as evil spirits and devils and demons, demon possession, like this evil entity external to my own thinking. So I'm not gonna have an experience or an encounter with a Satan, devil, or demon on mine, because for me, those are just thoughts. That's it. The devil, Satan, and demons are just thoughts for me. They're not some external entity trying to harm me. I understand that the only enemy is my inner me, my negative thinking, my limitation, my doubt, my fear materializes, but they just become experiences. They don't become entities of some external thing that I can't see that somehow has laid a hold or possessed me. But when you have a fear, which is what the Bible reminds us, fear is torment. People are tormenting themselves with their own mind, with their own thoughts, with their own negativity, with their own doubt. They're causing these realities to come into their reality because of the way they think. See, if they thought the way Paul reminded them, Philippians 4:8, they wouldn't have to worry about none of this. they wouldn't have this concern. But they don't want to hold to that.
And just like you were speaking about, the enemy as the inner me, and the inner me creates imagery. And that's why it's written about casting down imaginations. It's creating imagery. It's an imagination that is taking place. It's a strong delusion that we create from continually looking at things from that perspective. But we need to look at things from another objective and not from that perspective alone. That's why it's not good for man to be alone. When you're alone in your own thoughts about how you think about something. That's how Adam was alone, you know. So when we begin to look again, we understand that no, my enemy is imagery, because we create this nemesis, right? Hello, Lex Luthor and Superman. We create our own nemesis. All, you know, even when you look at Marvel Comics, Marvel not, you know, all the Marvel Comics are all these entities in this imagery that they created and made their enemy. Batman and the Joker, you know, the Riddler. That was all a reflection and a projection of Batman's own carnality that he created. You know, hello, Two-Face, because he was being two-faced. So then when we get to see these things, we say, oh, okay, I'm not going to create that anymore, because that's not profitable. That's not fruitful. That's seduceful.
Yes. Yep. So I understand you, Kanji. It says dead people's spirits float around in the 3D. My American Indian culture teaches us our ancestors that passed on walk with us. Okay, so then from my perspective, they would not be dead because they're still alive. They're walking with you. So the body has fell off, but the spirit is alive and well, or else how could it be walking with you? So I think we're saying the same thing. You're just using different terminology. So now I understand what you're saying. You're saying that your ancestors, and you're again, from that perspective, you're making it external to you. But that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that perspective. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I will say that you're not saying they're dead. You're actually saying they're alive because you're communicating with them. I'm just going to have a different perspective, and I'm just going to say that that's the one mind, the one consciousness, and those individualized consciousnesses never die. They're eternal. Like your individualized consciousness, when you leave this body, will not die. It will continue on, and can experience any dimension that it prefers or desires. And so you're called upon these spirits, which I would say is one spirit individualized, and you're assigning that it's the ancestors. When I'm saying it's God, I'm still going to say that's the one cause, that's the one source. Because for me, there are not spirits, there's only one spirit. But it's infinite, it's eternal, and it appears to be more than one when in actuality there's only one. That's just how I'll see it. And I understand where you're coming from. That's a tradition in your culture. And you're saying that your ancestors are leading and guiding you and possibly, you know, communing with you and giving direction and that type of thing. So that's cool. Hello, Key. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey y'all, what's going on?
Ah, everything is everything.
Yeah, I'm outside walking at the park. I'm like, God, that made me come up and tell my personal ghost story.
Now you got a
Yep,
ghost
and-
story, okay?
I got a ghost story, and I think I might have said this in the comments like a couple years ago, but I'm like, it just reminded me of it. So I had a personal encounter with the ghost. I think I would say about 7 years old, and the backstory is me and my grandma, we shared a bed. So I slept with my grandma, like, you know, up until, anyways. So I was in bed one night and it was pitch dark. So my grandma wasn't in bed with me, but it was nighttime. And I remember waking up in the middle of my sleep and I saw, you know how media they portray like the white sheet, you know, like even the Halloween costumes, it's like a white sheet and stuff like that. So that's what I saw. And it was waving in front of the bed, like a whole, you know, ghost. And so I'm 7, and my first instinct was to, you know, put the covers over my head and just, I don't want to see it. I'm scared it's a ghost. But something told me, like, well, what is it going to do? You know, like, I want to see what exactly is the ghost going to do. I mean, is he going to, like, you know, smack me? Like, what can he do? Right? So my heart was beating fast, and I had to wipe the sleep out my eyes and try and wake fully up, because I'm like, okay, ghost, what's up? Right? So, of course, as I'm waking up, well, it's my grandma, and she shaking out her slip.
Ah!
My grandma is there.
You are
And
funny.
she's shaking out her slip, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. And then at that, like, I want to say, I've never, ever, from that day forward, ever believed in ghosts again. Ever. Ever. Because it's like, ever. And I'm like, but what if I would have covered up and hid? Then to this very day, I would have been walking around telling my ghost story, because I would have never saw what it drew. I would have been like, oh, I saw a ghost. I was a little kid. And you hear people that do that. They'd be like, I was such and such years old, and I really did see a ghost. And they're trying to convince you, because they sound so convincing, because in their mind, they really saw it.
Yeah.
But it's some other explanation to it.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. My daughter used to say she used to see little demons and imps in the church. I said, what you think now? She said, no, that was just my imagination. Oh, okay. I said, because she don't believe it no more. You know, she's like, no, my mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah. And my son, he used to, when I finally kicked him out the bed when he was a baby, he used to be so scared and would just scream all night and whatever. And so I had to wait until one day I was off work for a couple months for some reason. And so he basically used to hijack my bed, because if I didn't let him sleep with me, he would scream all night, which means I couldn't get to sleep, and I had to work the next morning. So when I was like, oh, I'm gonna be off for a couple months, scream all you want to. So I put him in his bed. And so he told me later on, when he was like, I remembered. He was like, I remembered. I guess he was probably like 3. And he said, I just faced I faced the door and just waited for the ghosts to come in head on, and they never came. And he said, after, like, I forgot how long, because he's a kid, so he doesn't know how long he waited. But he was like, after so long, I'm like, well, I'm tired. Like, the ghost never shows up. You know, so he was, you know, a little 3-year-old.
Oh, he thought the ghost was going to come get him.
And he wanted to watch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he wanted to see. He was like, I'm going to sit here. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right.
That's funny. And he's like, they just never showed up, Mom.
They never
I
showed
just,
up.
I had to like, just like, oh, I just give up on this. Like,
That's
ghosts ain't
crazy.
coming in. They not gonna show up. They not gonna pass through here. That is so funny. He
Yeah,
was like,
man,
that
they
was my
were-
grandma shaking out her slip.
That's hilarious. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And then, no, not, oh, look, I got little kids want to walk with me around the park. No little kids, because your mom's going to be missing y'all. Sorry, guys.
No problem. No problem.
But,
That's so cute.
Yeah,
as
it
far as
is.
I know, right? And it's, oh my God, anyway. So, like, I done changed where I walk because I got tired of little kids, and now here comes some more. Anyway, so as far as manifestation, I would say, like, I don't want to share, my recent, what I'm manifesting right now. I just, in public. But anyway, sometimes I do get discouraged, but then I always recall, like, recent manifestations. Like, the most recent one was when I was remodeling, a part of my house, the basement. And I just remember how it took months, and I would go downstairs in the basement and it would be people down there working, but I would go down and it would look like nothing was done. It would look as if, I'm like, damn, I'm paying these people all this money and I don't see progress, right? And it would discourage me, and I would just get so, what's the word? Just aggravated because I wasn't seeing the progress. And then until one day I started complaining and I started harassing the guy, the owner. And I guess he was just like, calm down. Like, this is what a remodel takes. Anyway, and then all of a sudden one day it was so much progress. They were like, do you have this tile? Do you have this picked out? Do you have this picked out? And I couldn't even, I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm like, I'm not even prepared to, it was like Zoom, and it was an overflow, and it just happened. And so I think about that now, because I'm like, even though it doesn't look like anything is happening, there's progress. You just don't see it. You don't have to see it. Just like you didn't have to see, you kept checking and you didn't see anything. And then all of a sudden you did relax and release it. And then all of a sudden you wasn't even ready for. Yeah, so it just, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by little babies. But yeah, so it just reminds me of, that's why I just have to remind myself of that. Like, you don't need to see the progress. It's okay, but that doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scenes, And when it happens, it's not going to matter how long it took, right? It's not going to matter. I'm going to sit there and be like, well, why did it take so long, God? Like, no.
That part.
So, no, I'm just going to enjoy it, which is what I'm doing, So, so I just wanted to share that little piece.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yep. Can get discouraged looking at circumstances, right? Because we're like, there's no movement. But you're not supposed to see the movement. You're supposed to be checking for movement, right? Because nothing is at rest. There's always movement, even if you can't see it, right? Even when because you're like, I need to hurry up, and then I say when they finally caught up to what you were saying, now you got to slow it down. Like, wait a minute, it's moving too fast. What happened? I was used to it just chuckling along, trudging along, and now. Go ahead,
I wasn't even prepared for it to happen. Like when it just moved so fast, and then it was better than what I thought. So, it was the results were they exceeded my expectations. Because I'm like, oh wow, I didn't envision this, and I had planned for a basement remodel just a couple years ago. I didn't know where the money was gonna come from. I just remember little by little cleaning out my basement. And I'm like, well, why am I cleaning the basement out? For what? Like, who gonna pay for the basement to be remodeled? How is that gonna happen? And I just kept doing it. It was just something like every little, because you know how your garbage doesn't take out all your stuff. They would charge you to clean out your full basement. So I would do one big item per week.
Okay.
And they would come pick up one big. And I just remember doing it. And my son was like, well, why? why are you having me doing this? And I'm just like, I'm just doing it. And then when I took some PTO, and I had a feeling to clean out my closets and organize my closets. And I'm like, ooh, what's happening? I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, that means something is about to happen. Maybe I'm about to get the mansion or something.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, maybe that means I'm about to move, and
All right. Love it.
I think
love
Steve
it.
Harvey has a story about that. Like him with a car or something. He had an old car that was sitting in his driveway that wasn't running, and it was taking up the space, and he kept saying, I'm getting a new car. But his grandma or somebody was telling him, well, you still have this car. Like, where the new car is supposed to go? Like, what are you... what's going on with that? Like, you can't basically bring in the new thing until you make room for it, basically, is what she was trying to say, I think. It was a really interesting story the way he told it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is like making room for something before it happens is faith, I think.
Yeah. That's what they say. They always say that the universe abhors a vacuum. Right. It wants to fill up that space. Right. So yeah, you gotta make room for what it is you're, whether it's physically or mentally, right? Because it's first within, then it's on the outside, right? So mentally you're preparing for it, and then when you're ready to receive it, you'll start doing what's necessary on the outside. But that's because you've already made the decision. And then the preparation is the effect. The movement is a projection of what's inwardly going on or happening. So love it. Yep, make room. Bitches. That's what was it Elijah or Elisha? Alicia. I don't know.
I don't remember which one. One of those
yeah, Elijah, like, pray for rain. And God said, you better dig them ditches. Because when it rains, it's going to pour. So you're going to need that ground to be able to handle the downpour of blessing that is about to befall upon you. What TD Jakes used to say, get ready. Say, when you be ready, you ain't got to get ready. Hey, A-Town. How are you? Thanks for sharing, Key. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Tops. I don't think I spoke to you.
Hey, Key.
Hey,
no worries. I've been doing all kinds of
Key?
stuff
What's
around
up,
here.
Toxin?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Chilling.
Dope. What's up, T?
Hey. Everything is everything.
As always. Good luck. Yeah, loving the discourse. I also one of the things that resonates with me is digging the ditch mentality, because a lot of times, even before I was hooked on the, before we were able to break down like the how, you don't have to worry about the how type talk, where you kind of just break down awareness. There was always this, I'm going to do whatever I can to prepare, what I want to have happen. You know what I'm saying? I was always in that, always in a state of, not always stayed in a state of preparation, but I don't know how it's going to happen, or, I'm just going to do what I can do to allow whatever needs to happen, and a lot of times it did, especially with like, so back in the day, having just a particular, particular relationships, I found that even particular relationships, there's leverage in relationships. Mm-hmm. And by me being able to garner certain relationships, that was in preparation for certain launches or certain business adventures and certain things that happened down the road.
and that took me long. That took me further than what I had. Um, than the initial point of contact with that particular person. So, so I definitely love, just the idea of just preparation. Now I'm able to kind of break it down to where, you know, in fact, I don't have to worry about the how, but also knowing that it's already done. So I need to go ahead and do what I need to do to dig my ditches, So for me, digging ditches was creating businesses and getting trust and getting certain things set up. Then the intellectual property came, the structure came, the resources came, the affiliations, all those things kind of came, you know what I'm saying, to where, came out to be a whole particular type of ecosystem that that helped the business, and that just helped me out, and still also learning, but also in I can tell that just the preparation of that put me a lot further than, and I ain't gonna say further than others, but I see that the journey that I've taken, the maturity level and the journey has been a lot further than just certain people that I either come across or just in general. You know what I mean? And so I'm able to put a lot more wisdom, or you actually just see the wisdom, and you also apply it too. That's really the big thing too. When you learn something or when you are able to apply it, it just means that much more. The leverage, the ROI behind the action or the activity or the application, it's just a lot more fruitful.
Love it.
So yes, just wanted to add that part. But yeah, I will land my plane. What's up,
Love
Kevin?
it.
Chat, love the chat.
Love it.
And,
Love it.
But yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem, Kanji. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I would say God is all things, Kanji. I would say God is everything. There's no separation. That God is not outside of his creation. I think a lot of people see God as this external being that's manipulating reality for its purpose or its benefit, when actually you are the universe, you are God. For me, when the Bible speaks of God, or any religious organization speaks of God, they're talking about the source, cause, the origin of all things, meaning there is no beginning or end to it. It just is. And we are the expression of that. God desired form, consciousness desired form, source desired form, you desired form, and became man or woman. To me, that's what all of the sacred texts are telling us, that we desire to have the experience. It's all for the experience and expansion. It wasn't to learn. It wasn't to go through lessons. It wasn't to be taught anything, because if God's all knowing, what does it need to be taught? If God is self-sufficient, self-contained, what does it need to learn? It just wants the experience, and for no other reason, just to experience and to expand. Hey, DNA. How are you? DNA Mindset Matters. Welcome. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that over here. You don't have to worry about that over here. And the beauty of this life, you get to accept whatever beliefs you hold to, as long as they work for you. That's what I say. Whatever beliefs you hold to, whatever your assumptions, whatever your culture, whatever your rituals, whatever you have gave an agreement to, if it works for you, that's all that matters. Because we're all just going through this remembering experience, right? We were unconscious. We were in a state of forgetfulness. And now we're coming back to remembering who we are, why we are, and what we are. And as we do that, we realize that there is no limitation to this reality other than the one we create. That's the only limitation that we have. And we just have to, you know, the learning is to figure out how to get out of your own way, right? To unblock, or, you know, unblock that which we think is, free up the channel. That's a better way to say it. Free up the channel, right? Because the channel is ever flowing. Be in that, what we were just saying earlier, the receptive mode. Be in the state of receptivity, which is just be still and know. Be still and know. Allow it to come. Allow it to show up, right? Because once you've made the decision, all of your actions flow from that state. All of your behaviors flow from the state of your decision. So the moment you make a decision, you've unstopped the channel. You've unstopped the channel, and now it's flowing. Effortless. Effortless flow. Ease. Knowing there's nothing outside of you stopping you. There's no they, them, that. It's all you. Nothing is happening outside of your belief system, your assumptions, your preconceived notions. Everything is happening as a result of what you accept is true. You're only getting confirmation of your decisions. You know, so some people do have a great belief, a core belief that they have to prove worthiness. They got to struggle. They got to sacrifice. They got to give up something in order to get something. That there has to be a testing, a trying. There has to be a misstep. There has to be an almost. There has to be, you know, like you playing horseshoes, right? Say almost doesn't count except for horseshoes and hand grenades, right? That's the only time. Almost. I almost got it. I almost hit it. It only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You know that? So I don't know if you all heard that saying before.
Yeah, I've heard that saying before. That's a good one.
So just make a decision and then leave well enough alone. Can you do that? Can you make a decision, just leave well enough alone? Then you don't have to figure out anything. You don't have to do anything. The doing will be automatic. You will be compelled to whatever doing is necessary by you. It won't even be something that you planned on doing. It isn't going to be something you even realized you were doing. That's why we say hindsight is 20/20. That's why we look back over and say, oh, okay, I get it now. Like what Key was talking about, her cleaning out her basement. She didn't know why she was cleaning out her basement. She just cleaning out her basement. But she had planted the seed of wanting to remodel her basement. And then the seed was about to come into bloom. And so she has this urge, this desire, let's just clean out the basement. And she didn't have no choice not to do it. That was already in motion. The wheels was in motion. And so, you know, she don't want to have an extra charge to clean out the basement. So, you know. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I thought Silas came up here. Okay.
You did.
Okay. So Kenji's the name is Maite Kola. I know I'm messing that up. The English translation of his he said he's Native American Indian is thank you, my friend. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so manifestation made easy. Manifestation is easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, we just have to, we're just remembering how to let it go. That's really right. That's really has been probably our biggest stumbling block of not letting go so that the desire can manifest, which means so it can go through the process of germinating and then coming into fruition or into full bloom, right? We just have to do whatever we need to do to trust the process, trust whatever needs to happen, and letting it be. And that comes, comes with practice. Got to practice it, because just remain faithful until the end. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Welcome back.
I'm fantastic.
Great.
Hello to everybody in the panel and everybody in the chat. I didn't think I really had much to offer, but I've been practicing as part of my manifestation the power of detachment. And what I mean by that is the letting go part. Is to have the desire, believe that the desire, and believe that I already have that which I desire. And as I explained, I don't know, yesterday, other day, I'm not sure. Once you have that which you desire, and once you are satisfied with that desire the law has to bring that desire into manifestation. It has to. It's a law. It's not up for debate. It's not up for, well, I don't know if it can happen, or it's a law. In letting go of that which you desire in order for the law to unfold, it's part of it. It's part of manifesting. As I put in the chat a moment ago, you don't have to lay in prayer and beg God for that which you desire. You don't have to fast, turn your plate down, as they say in church, in order to get that thing that you desire to manifest. All you have to do is understand the law. And once you understand the law will serve you, will give you the desires of your heart. Because it has to. It's a law. You can only confirm the law. You can never break it. I say that all the time on the live, and a lot of times I do like to sit back and let people come forth, tell their story, tell how things have unfolded for them, so it can bless the community. Because your participation blesses the community, and it builds your confidence in your ability to manifest. Like when Key was telling about how she manifested. I remember when she was having work done in her basement, and how now she testified how it's better than what she had initially thought it would be. Doesn't the word say, I will do above all that you can what? Ask or what? Think. Your mind. God is in the mind-blowing business.
Love it. Absolutely.
I love you guys. I love this community. I love this format. I love it. And this format, this community and the expansion of those in the community is part of my desire. I get to see you guys realize how powerful, become aware of how powerful you really are. That's part of my desire, and you're manifesting it. You're manifesting how powerful, or becoming aware of how powerful you are. That's my desire. That is my desire.
Love it.
That's why I get so much joy, so much everlasting joy in seeing you, your consciousness expanding, your awareness expanding as a result, because you guys are the one that manifested this live. I know Toya is the one spearheading it, but you guys were drawn to this live purposely. And Toya, that's why Toya is here, because we were brought here. That's why I'm here. I was brought here. For what? To serve you. To serve me. To be a part of the collective, which is one. So I said I wasn't going to come up, and I did it anyway. But
I love it. Love it. Thanks for sharing as always. Yeah, we are one. We're all just wonderful reflections of the divine.
Yep,
Beautiful,
like
beautiful
Sister
reflections of
Sledge said, we are family.
we are family.
See, I said that to get you to sing that song.
Yep. There's only one. Individualize, express. Yep. And it's whatever you say it is. So that's how I come to realize, we don't even need to, get, have contention if we don't agree, or if our perspective is not exactly the same. That's the beauty of it. Beauty in diversity. We didn't come here for conformity. We came here for individuality.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because really, anything you do for another, you're really doing it for yourself. Why? Because there is no other.
There is no other.
There is no other. It's all you, boo. It's all you.
Who do you say I am? Who do you say? I love one of the people in the chat a while ago said one of my favorite points. Who told you you were naked?
Mm.
Who was it that told you you lacked something? You don't lack anything. And to believe that you're in lack, you are manifesting your undesired. You're whole. God made you whole. I'll lay my plane again.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Gentle the Just. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, prosperity or prosperous. I don't know why I always.
That's okay. That's okay.
They all the same.
Yeah,
right?
it's all the same.
It's all good things. I haven't been in here long, so I'm not really sure what the gist of the conversation has been about. But I did want to come up and ask you a question because I'm dealing with something right now. And that is when you're manifesting, right? And you are trying to channel a different frequency, right? Because now you're tapping into the next level that you're trying to get in. What I find is it's kind of easy to get into the flow of that next frequency, but the struggle is maintaining it, right? And what I find is just like when you go to the gym, right? when you're working out at first, like those muscles are weak, so you got to put resistance on them, right? And that's what the universe does to us. It's like testing us to see, do you really want it? So I find myself in that space right now where I'm trying to get to the next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm manifesting it, and I know it can come into fruition, right? But the universe right now is like testing me, like, all right, how bad you want it? Because if you can maintain it, I'm gonna let you get it. You know what I'm saying? But until then, it's only in theory, right? So I was just going to ask, like, what is your advice as far as like staying in that mental place that you need to when you are facing that resistance, trying to break into that next level, right? So that you can stay there. Like, what? I'm struggling with that part.
So I would equate it to many of people on the panel. Some people in the chat have heard me say this recently. You're in the wilderness state, and the wilderness isn't about testing or trying; it's about trusting. So you're moving from one state to the next state, right? You're in a state that you were comfortable in, and in this story of the Bible, they were in captivity, right? And now they're being freed, and they're going to be taken to the promised land. But before they get to the promised land, they have to die to the old state. So they have to go into the wilderness where it's transformation. This is the place where you're supposed to be still and do nothing, and just trust that you will be provided for. The issue with the Israelites was that they didn't know how to trust. So what did they do? Murmured and complained the whole time. So those that murmured and complained didn't get to go into the promised land. So in order for you to maintain the state of belief that you already have the desire, is to do nothing.
Okay. So
be still and know.
You know that's hard. Right?
that's why you gotta that's the wilderness, is the do nothing state, because you can't do anything to make it so. It's already so. This is where you trust and know that you will be provided for. See, weren't they provided for in the wilderness? They were given everything they need. They were receiving their sustenance on a daily basis. They was like, wait a minute, we're not used to this. Because what you mean we can't store up stuff for tomorrow?
Right.
What? We used to hoarding stuff for weeks, probably months. And you saying we got to trust you on a daily basis? Yeah, because I need to know I'm God.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know who I am. I need you to trust me. I got you. So Joshua and Caleb come along, because remember it's a 40-year journey. So Joshua and Caleb wasn't part of the captivity and the prison and the slavery. They know nothing about that life. They only knew trusting God. Joshua means the exact same word as Jesus. That's something your pastor's not going to tell you. Joshua and Jesus mean the exact same thing.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Lord that saves, right? The Lord that saves, that's the solution to your problem. The solution is, we got this. Isn't that what Joshua and Caleb came back and said? We can take this land. But the old heads is like, no, we can't take us back to slavery. We can't do it. So they didn't get to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that old state, this is the state where Neville calls detachment. And I know we hear about detachment, and we think detachment from Neville's perspective is not about, we say let go, right? When we say let go, we're talking about letting go of the how, trying to figure out what way is going to happen. Neville's perspective of detachment is letting go of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting the old state, because you are the person that has it, not that person that's trying to get it, not the person trying to figure it out, but the person who is it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
so you just
powerful.
you just have to keep telling yourself it's already done. When that logical mind tries to be like, oh, this is a test, never a test. Why would you test yourself?
Mm-hmm.
The moment you asked, I answered. While you were yet speaking, I did hear. So it's already done. You're just supposed to just be still and know.
Yeah, I mean, our minds, it's like.
So you gotta talk to yourself. This is why I talk to myself,
Yeah.
because there is no one to talk to. So you, like I said, when that mind tries to, why is it taking so long? It's not taking long. There's no such thing as time. It's already done. Right?
Yeah, you already said it before I was about to get it out. It's like your brain wants to stay in that negative place, but it's like you gotta fight it back. Like, no, I'm not going to take on that negative, you know what I'm saying, thought process.
It's not even. It's not even about fighting. Battle's not yours. Stand still and see the salvation. Stand still to see the solution. No fighting. Stop eating off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Stop calling them negative thoughts. They're just thoughts. They're just not thoughts that you know. They're thoughts you no longer agree with. So stop agreeing with them. Stop acknowledging them. Just change them. Your job is just to accept the thoughts you want to entertain, not the ones you don't. So when the thought comes that you don't like, just change it. Don't argue with it. Don't fight it. Don't battle with it. Don't wrestle it. Just change it. Oh, yeah, I don't think that way no more. Oh, yeah, then now it's already done. Now I got this. It's cool. I'm going to chill. Let me listen to some feel-good music. Let me do something else. Let me go listen to something, something to get your mind off of it. Occupy your mind. Right? With something that's uplifting, that's empowering. Whether it's something that's going to make you laugh, something that's silly, go play a game, go do, listen to the music. When you're working out, if you're working out at the gym, play some upbeat music that keep, like, yeah, all I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can't. Right? Do something that's going to make you feel empowered.
I appreciate that. Listen, you told me what to do, which is simple, which is do nothing but accept the new, right? But it's also very hard. Like, that's some high level alchemy.
Well, okay, so you got to stop saying it's hard.
All right, she's right. I got to change.
Why do I manifest so easily? Man, it's so easy to manifest. It's light and easy. It's light and easy. You gotta flip the script. Because you don't want it to be hard, right?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna stop making it hard by declaring it's easy.
Gotcha.
It comes with ease and with speed. My desires come with ease and with speed.
Listen, I would say you walked me down, but I would guess you walked me up, right? So I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
As always, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love it. Love it. Love it. You got this. It's already done.
Can I say too, read the chat. So many people have said really some good stuff in there. Also, come to book club Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central. Reading Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. That'll, put you in the right mindset. It is completely free. So feel free to come. That's a general PSA for anyone else who's interested. Come to book club. It's a short read. It's like 4 or 5 chapters.
Yeah. We're on chapter 2, where he talks about sleep being one of the portals into the subconscious mind. So it's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So whatever it is, your local time.
It's juicy too.
Juicy.
And even if you can't, you can listen to it online. The book is free online as well. And then you can also just show up.
Yeah.
So don't let that be a hindrance to you coming either.
Love it.
You can join the Facebook community, and the link in Toya's bio, so whatever.
The feature tab in the Facebook. Yeah. Oh, you talking about the link to the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yeah. The link tree. The link is in the link tree to the Facebook group. Yep.
Correct. And we have the YouTube channel as well as the PDF for the book, so you can get access to that. We already got you ready to go, and then you can go to the YouTube channel and already get see what we got on chapter 1 of our discussion last week. So yeah, you're in good hands for sure. I'd like to add something, Toya. Is somebody else ready? Is somebody else's turn? Can I?
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, what's your thoughts on being able to? So I'm hearing, I've been heard this, being able to remember your future, right? So they speak of go into And this is what I had started doing. I think maybe since last week on my God mode time, where I go in. I go into a time where after I already have it, you know what I'm saying? After it's already done, 3 months, 6 months, but it's settled in to where I can, where I'm able to have a different awareness of, okay, what does it look like already settled in? So I'm cool, I'm calm, collected, and collecting, you know what I'm saying? And with that, you don't have to pick or choose exactly what, particularly, I only want these 3 things, or I don't want too much, or you may seem like it's a lot. I know I asked you a question, but I'm just kind of going into my interpretation. And I don't have to pick and choose one particular situation, or, I don't have to be where there's no limit to, the canvas is unlimited to where I can paint it with our imagination. What's your thoughts on that? Have you ever done that, or is that, I understand it's a tool or whatever the case may be, but what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah, it's a wonderful tool. It's almost like never got us remember when. Because
Correct. Yeah.
living in the end is creating the state of a future memory, right? Because you're saying something happened in your mind that has not happened in your physical world, correct? That's what living in the end, that's what remember when is, right? You just may be filling in a little bit more details with, okay, it's 6 months since I've had this reality. What's different about my life? Maybe I wake up at this certain time. Maybe, I have these different conference calls, or maybe I'm showing up in this location, or maybe I've moved and I'm living in this house, right? Maybe I'm driving this car. Maybe I'm married, whatever it is, right? You're picking, like you said, it could be 2 or 3 things. It could be one specific thing. It can be, a buffet of things, whatever you're deciding, you're creating a memory, but that's what living in the end is, because the mind, consciousness doesn't know the difference between past, present, or future. It only knows the current now, right? So whether you're thinking of the past or you're thinking of the future, you're always thinking of it now, and they're all memories. And so what are you saying? I'm memories of the future instead of memories of the past. But they're all the same to consciousness. So it's a beautiful thing, right? Because I said that before, right? I said, well, you can do the act like you are the person, right? Like that's what an actor does, right? They get into character. So now the character, I'm playing the role of this person that's making X amount of dollars a month, or have, X amount of clients, or I've expanded, my business where now instead of, I have a restaurant, now I have a chain, right? So what does that look like? What is my day to day? And play with it and have fun with it. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. And like you said, just to play with it is a beautiful thing, because, you're creating your own video game. You're
like on Sims character, right? You're building your house, what they doing, how much money they making, how they're dressing, right? And you can physically do it, or you can mentally do it.
Right.
Right? Because some people are great visionaries, right? They can imagine really well, and they can imagine themselves, oh yes, I see myself dressing like this. I see myself getting my hair done, and I can see myself being shaved or groomed, or, maybe I have a personal assistant, someone, instead of me going to their location, they come to my home, and in the comfort of my own home, I'm getting massages and whatever, or having a spa day, and it's in the comfort of my own home, because, I live in a 6-bedroom mansion now, and it's dedicated to whatever. Well, I don't know, whatever it is that you want. Yes, you can live from that state and say that it's a now reality, and you do it repetitively and convincingly, because it's about being convinced of that reality. That's what makes it true. Your conviction of it makes it so, because it's already so.
Well, can I get my spot now?
Nope, you're not next. You're not next.
I lost it.
You're not next.
Silas, I want to know that Silas read the room. Silas, give us a good review.
I know,
on
I read it,
last-
but no, but
No conversation. He's not next. We have someone that came up first. Zaba Gold is next. So you're good, A-Town?
I'm good. To be honest with y'all, whatever, this is my first time on this type of, platform, this and that, whatever. I just be watching and observing and, listening, this and that. And I love the great energy. Man, I think that like everybody's on the same, goal, this and that, whatever. Like everybody going through the same thing, this and that, whatever. Chosen one. I don't think that no one is excluded, whatever. If you include yourself, that's as cool. But I think that long as you on this path, whatever, for awakening and to, take care of yourself, to, better yourself and to, it ain't about, no Bible. It ain't about all this and that. It's about your relationship with the true God. Not no ideologies, not no other things, this and that, whatever. We can do all that, this and that, but it really don't count for anything. So it just get back down to what your purpose is and what you here for and what your really goal is, whatever. Like I'm saying, I'm kind of new to this. This is my first time doing this, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. But
who is the true God?
The divine, whatever. I mean, the true. I'm not no Jesus, not no idol, not no this and that, whatever. It's the one that made you, the one that made you perfect in your form and everything that you do and everything that you believe in. That's the one that give you power. Like I was saying, I'm new to this, whatever. So that's why I was kind of a little hesitant to come up here. This is my first time doing this, but your true God and your true spirit is the one that give you the enrichment for your soul. And cause I ain't like, I've been listening. I listen every day. I'm tuned in, this and that, whatever. I'm not the one to chime in, to say my little piece, this and that. But I felt like tonight had to be my place to, give you guys a little piece of this, whatever. Like God, I mean, I don't know what everybody could, consider as God, this and that. It's the true one that made them. Why your existence believe. Why you hear this and that, whatever, but I think that that's what we need to focus on. You feel me?
So why do you feel you're here?
I mean, shoot, you gotta ask God that, whatever. I mean, all of us here for different reasons. You understand?
Yeah. So I'm asking you, what has God told you your reason is for being here?
I mean, I'm still learning. I'm be honest with you. I just turned 40 last week, whatever. So I'm still learning. And I think that he's just showing me the path and he just guided me on the path. He ain't telling me what to do. He ain't saying, oh, shame on you. This. He's just saying that I'm going to let you go on your path and let you do your thing and figure out your way and allow you to figure out or let others figure out their ways. This and that. 'Cause everybody different. You understand? Everybody different. Everybody believe in everything, different things, this and that. But I feel like this is a great platform for people to come in and be, optimistic with their mind, what they believe in. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, like how we talking, what we've been talking about today, whatever. If you believe in that you broke, you're gonna be broke. If you believe you rich, you're gonna be rich. If you believe you prosperous, you're gonna be prosperous. Nothing leaves you other than yourself. And I think that's kind of what it is, whatever. Like I was saying, I'm kind of new to this, whatever, but I just wanted to spit my little spits back.
All right, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah.
But, I mean, blessings to all, whatever. I ain't like to, I'm just listening to everything, whatever. Nothing been negative, this and that, whatever. It's just been positive, whatever. And I just love the, the chat and this and that, whatever, to come in and, listen to different people's perspective. Because all of us come from different backgrounds. Yep. Different religions, different for whatever you believe in, whatever you do, whatever hoodoo, voodoo, whatever. It's whatever what came to you, whatever. But my main thing for me, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I can't speak for everybody else, but my main goal is God, whatever. I don't serve an idol. I don't serve this and that. I don't listen to idol. I don't do all this and that. I go for what God put me here for and what He wants for me to do.
Hey, it's whatever you want to do. So do you subscribe?
Exactly.
Right. Do you subscribe to the Bible?
Oh, I've been into it here and there, whatever. But like, I ain't gonna hold you. My lack of ignorance, may I say, whatever, it's led me to believe that, like you were saying, or like how when I come to your chats, whatever, it's just guidance on how you should
Right.
live your life.
Right.
It
So
ain't
yeah.
telling you that. It ain't telling you you're gonna get struck by a lightning bolt, whatever, because you went out
Right.
and you
So
had
your purpose is what's ever in your heart to do. Like, why isn't what's in
exactly,
your heart to do enough? Right?
exactly,
That
exactly.
should be sufficient. Whatever you're desiring, whatever, because that's going to change throughout your life. Because once you meet that desire, you're going to have another one, and then once you meet that desire, you're going to have another, and then it's infinite. It's just eternal. You're going to keep having. You're going to want to keep experiencing, even if you decide, I can't want for anything else. I have no more desires. That's still a desire.
Yep.
If you're just looking
And
to just chill and relax, kick back, put your
yo,
foot in the
no, you
sand,
can't do that.
put your foot in the sand, watch the waves come in, have you a
Mm-hmm.
nice little boat, fish, whatever. Or you want to be somewhere naked and afraid
Mm-hmm.
in the forest, or you want to
No,
be in a
no.
cave. It really, it only matters what you want to do and what you feel.
And what you want for your life and what God put you for, or whatever that you feel in your spirit, what
Mhm.
you've been put here for, that's what you put forward in life.
Yep. Yeah. Why you say, oh no, when I say put your foot in the sand and just put your feet in the
Nah,
sand and
because
just get back?
I love to put my foot in the sand or whatever, but you know, life be life or whatever. Folks like, but I really, and then let's be honest, whatever. You really can't care about what other folks think or what anybody think other than what you feel about yourself and what you feel, what your purpose here for.
Right. So if you just want to lay back with your feet in the sand, who cares what somebody else think? If that's what you
Exactly.
want to do.
Exactly.
I love
So I
it.
ain't lie to you, too. I just wanted, like I was saying, I'm new to this, whatever. So I just wanted to put that in there, whatever. I be
Okay.
loving
Okay.
the chimes and everything.
We got you. Yeah. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you putting your input
Bless you,
in.
y'all.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you coming up, Zabo.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
All right. So we go to Mr. Silas, Brother Silas. Hello, Silas. You can unmute.
I'm trying. Hey, I could have waited, but at least I lost my spot earlier. So, guys, how y'all doing?
We're doing great. Thank you.
Okay, indeed. Look, I don't even know where to start. So it's a good life, even though I lost my spot earlier, I lost my thought, right? The brother was speaking earlier, he make a point, like that made me think a certain thing that, I do myself. Like, I will go, for example, I will go to the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would challenge the ocean. Literally, I would challenge the ocean. I would say, okay, I want to see a proof. I want to see something. Show me. There is a life in this ocean. Show me. I will see the ocean start turning, right? Like it's like I don't know how they call it, like I don't know how they call it. Like it's a twist, like a twister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, boom! I see a fish will jump, right? Or I would say, I'm gonna put out the rod, I'm gonna catch the fish.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened just like that. So, this is my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And I have a girlfriend at the time. She was next to me. She said that. She looked at me and she said, how you do that? I said, I don't do it. I just demand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Okay. I love it. Yes. I don't do nothing. I just command what I want to see.
I just command what I want.
Yes.
And I'm going to say something right now for you guys to really get it in. It's for real. It happened in real life. It's not a joke. that same girlfriend, daughter, son, right? They put a pew-pew on me. Twice. It's not fire.
Okay.
All I do, I speak, I say, it's not going to happen. I command that. And then boom. Now, let me tell you guys, it's not a joke. That same, one day I'm sleepy, right? But I meditate a lot. When I was meditate. And then, when I went to sleep, I heard a voice wake me up saying, get up. And you know who I find stay with the hand up? The same girlfriend with the, you already, I don't want to mention the name, with the knife, right? Yes. Twice. So, look, just believe in yourself. And knowing that, and nothing can happen to you unless you allow it to happen. I can even go to detail. There's so much more I can say, but I don't have to go to that deep. I'm just telling you guys, know thyself.
Yes.
Know thyself. Even the Bible tell you that. Even they try to when they wash it out.
All right.
But
So I have a question for you, Silas.
Yes.
Do you believe you're the creator of your experiences?
Indeed. Yes.
So why are you creating the experiences of someone attacking you?
Because you can always, when you different.
No, not you. I'm talking about you, not us. Because I don't have I don't have these manifestation stories that you have.
Okay,
I have not experienced no one ever pulling a pew pew,
Oh,
standing
yes,
over
I
me with
experienced a lot.
the knife. I have never had those experiences. I don't have the experiences, especially since I've awakened, having the encounters of someone trying to do evil to me.
Because
So
what
I'm
happened-
trying to understand you know how powerful you are. You know that you are the creator of your experiences.
Yes.
So why aren't you creating an experience that everyone around me only shows me love, only shows me support, or
Here we go.
only means to do me good?
You know what? You make it so perfectly. I'm the fault. I'm the fault to myself.
Yeah. So why are you doing it to yourself?
Not anymore.
Okay. So we don't need to hear those. So we don't need to hear those examples of how powerful you
So
are
I
of
did it
stopping
myself.
harm from yourself.
Right,
We
so-
want to hear how people
Right.
have been treating you oh so lovely.
Right. So
Yeah.
at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you realized that. I just wanted to make sure you understood that you're the creator of these circumstances.
Yes, sister.
Okay.
Yes. Indeed.
Okay. And so you've learned to stop bringing those type of circumstances into
Well,
your reality.
exactly.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Long as we on the same, long as we hear Silas.
We're
Long
just
as
we're on the same page. I got to. And I learned from myself
Yes.
not to make that mistake anymore.
Yes. Okay.
now-
Okay.
Right.
Beautiful. Love
So
it.
now I create my own reality.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
If I don't allow somebody to go in my space, it ain't gonna happen. Right? So
Mhm.
indeed, you don't have to speak so much language for me to understand. You're absolutely right. That's why I like you. That's why I love you. You know what I'm saying? Perfectly said. But I'm not making that mistake anymore.
Beautiful. Love it. That's what we want to hear.
Because I didn't listen to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the thing happened to me, but I did not listen to myself. And I knew it. I'm being hard-headed, like not listening to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now I learn to listen. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because the first self is the first self. The first thought will come in. That little voice will come in and say, don't go that way. Don't do this. I learned to listen to that. Because you know something else is gut feelings? It's literally like your gut feelings. But I don't really believe in that. I believe in reality of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that. And that's, I can manifest what I want, how I want it to happen, when I want it. And we all have it, but we have to make it a habit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You gotta make it a habit. That you know, when you go out into the world, it's nothing but love. Ain't got nothing but love for you, baby. Nothing
Yes,
but love for you. I don't got nothing but love for you. That's what you. That's what you need to be manifesting, right? Like nothing but love.
Let me tell you what happened this morning, right? Let me tell you what happened this morning, right? I was going to work, right? And then I went to a McDonald's. I went fill my truck up. And then I went to a McDonald's. I went to use the bathroom, right? So while I was inside, somebody sprayed, they sprayed something to go clean. And then I said, okay, somebody sprayed, whatever. And then when I was inside the bathroom, I see the man was mopping, somebody mopping the floor. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm coming out in a minute, And he says, well, you cleaned it yourself then. Just like that, right? I said, what you said? He said, you cleaned it yourself. And there was a man, now, I'm not putting nobody down, but there was a man, you can see he was a homeless, right? He come inside to sit down. And he make a comment just like that. And he don't reply. When he says something back to me, I don't reply back. I shut my mouth. I can literally hear a voice say, shut your mouth, don't say nothing. And when I walked out, sister, the young man, I said, can you give me the mop? Let me go mop it. He was in the lobby mopping the floor. I said, okay, can you give me the mop to go mop it? He said, no, sir. I thought it was the youngsters. The area where we at right now. You know how, there's the area, right? Mm-hmm. I don't even go to detail. He was like, no, sir. When I started speaking to him, he said, no, sir, no way. I will let you do that. I'm sorry. He says, I'm very sorry about what I said to you. And I said, let me tell you something, young man. You're going to own 3 McDonald's. If you know how to map good, make sure you map good, but you're going to make sure that you own 3 McDonald's one day. See? I proclaim his life. Mm-hmm. He says, sir, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I said, young man, he said, sir, I will never say, ever make that mistake ever again in my life. I didn't know. But I said, you don't need to know. What you need to know is control what's coming out of yourself, because the thing you say, you never know. But if I did feed that energy, right, it will come to something different. But I don't speak. I come out. But he saw me. Boom. See? I was already proclaiming inside. I said, you know what? I'm not going to feed that. I'm not going to feed that energy. So, you see? So what I'm saying, everything, yes, sister, you're absolutely right. Anything you want, you ask, it will happen just like that. And if I want something, it's going to happen. I want it. If I want that car, it's going to happen. If I want the house, it's going to happen. If I see something that I like, I'm going to have it. It's mine already. You just have to know yourself. That's all. It might seem simple, yeah. But you have to go deep in within yourself.
Yep.
You have to feed your energy. You have to feed your spirit within yourself. Then nobody's going to feed you if you don't feed yourself. I just want us to know that. Yeah. Because I am living. I'm not dead. Death don't exist to me. I'm a living God. So that I am. I am who I am. I speak. I watch the thing. It happened just like that.
Love it. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. And I'm
Do
glad
not
you said,
deny
I'm glad
yourself.
you said, because I have been thinking about the going deep. And I was thinking about, when we build skyscrapers,
Yes.
don't we have to go real deep before we
You
can
have
go
to go
real
deep.
high, right? You have to first dig deep before you
Yes.
can ever build upon that sure foundation that's going to take you high,
Absolutely.
right? So you got to go within
Within.
before you can go, all right?
And you know how you
Gotta
can
go
sit
in
down,
depth,
right?
get to know who you are, right? That and a lot of people, and you're only going to know that by spending time with yourself.
Absolutely.
You're only going to truly know who you are, the power that you are, by talking to
and
yourself,
you know what's so amazing,
communing with
sister? You was
yourself.
talking about the ocean.
Mhm.
Then something happened, right? I can go somewhere in the jungle, whatever you call it, jungle, the wood, whatever. And I would walk. I sit there. I can see milk. I say, you know what? I want to see that tree move, right? All I do, I said within myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to speak loudly.
Mm-hmm.
And the tree start move.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? You can go to in the ocean. You go by in this walking in the beach, the sand, and then you look at the wave. You say, you know what? I want to see a big high wave, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, boom! But the sardine, but the fish in the shore.
Yep.
It's like, whoa.
Yep. Play with your reality, right? I think I remember Gigi. Yeah, I remember Gigi saying how she would play with the cars, right? Telling the cars, okay, move out my way, move out my, I'm coming through, move to, So it's whatever you want to show. Remind yourself of who you are, and that all is mind and all is your mind. Like Kevin likes to remind, all is your mind. So your reality is always reflecting back to you what you're giving it, right? Whatever you're speaking, whatever you're declaring, whatever you're decreeing, and it has to be done without you thinking that, oh, I gotta. No, it's kind of like what's the X-Men? What was the doctor in the wheelchair? And you could see, especially when they were cartoons, right? What was he called? Who was he? Doctor Who? What was he? What's his name? When he can move stuff with his mind.
Yes.
Xavier. Right.
Xavier. Yes.
Right. Showing you that you can, all he did, he could just move stuff with, say stuff with his mind. He could communicate with everybody just with his mind. That's showing us, right, that all we need is our mind. We don't need to physically do anything.
No.
We just have to decide what it is we want and then let it be.
And it's like somebody will not give you anything you don't ask for. You have to ask, you know what I'm saying? You got to want it, you have to ask for it. You demand it. It's like if you're working for somebody, if you don't know you deserve a raise, they will not give it to you. They will keep working you until you come into them and say, listen, I think I deserve a raise. Not think I know I deserve a raise. Now I need a raise. I demand it. And then they have no choice to say, you know what? Okay, yes, you deserve it. But they will not give it to you until you demand it. It's just the way life feels. It's who you are. If you have to demand to say, I want this to happen right now for me. Because I don't need what
you don't have to demand it in conscience. You ask no man for anything.
Why?
Because the power is not in them, the power is in you. You just decided you have it. There doesn't have to be a conversation.
Exactly.
There does not have to be a conversation. So
indeed.
Hold on, Kenji. What do you mean, Ayo? What he mean? I don't know what you're asking. I do. You have to flesh that question out a little bit more. Well, what do you mean? What do he mean? Pertaining to what? What specifically? Exactly. Say it in your mind. This is how you find your power, your Christ. Is the thing that you're asking for, never go ask another for it.
No.
You never you want more money, you want better relationships, you want better health. Never go outside of yourself. Say it all within yourself.
Yep. Always demand yourself.
That's how you prove it to yourself that there's nothing you need to do. You only need to decide, and then just let it be, and then watch things. Then watch it happen. You're just watching it, and it's not even that you're like you're not watching, like looking at a mirror, ooh, looking out the window, like, ooh, I'm trying to see if it's coming. Is it coming yet? Is it coming yet? Peeping through the window, is it coming yet? No, you're going to see it happen. You can't help but experience it. That's what I mean by watch it happen, not look for it, right? I always use the analogy: if you have keys in your hand, are you looking for your keys?
No.
Because they're already in your hand.
It's
Same thing with your desire. Your desire is already in your hand. So should you be looking for it?
You know what's so funny, right?
Nope.
A couple of weeks ago, I'm in a situation, right? I give a man some money. I don't want to go into detail, but to fix my truck. And I say, you know what? Okay, forget about it. I'm not gonna wait on him. I want a van, right? Guess what? I went to the man. I said, listen, man, I need that van right now. I want it. I need it. He said, okay. How much money you got? I said, don't matter. It doesn't matter how much money I got. Is it the van ready? Right? He said, it's ready. Okay, cool. It's mine. I went home. I said, it's mine. Guess what? Well, guess where I'm sitting right now talking to you? In my van. Because I demand it. It's mine already. And there's nothing you can do to deny me of that. It's all about demand what you want. Because it doesn't, if you like when your shoulder down, everybody gonna see your weakness. That means you don't believe in yourself. You don't know yourself. When you walk with your shoulder up, it's not about ego. It's about, I want this. It's mine. Because you can't deny me of that. It's not about ego, like, no, man. It's about, I am who I am that I am. So, that's what I want. Give it to me. I live my place, sister.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Silas. So the question in the chat on YouTube says, Professor X was a mutant, though. Am I saying the mind is a mutant? Is that what we're saying? That the mind is a mutant?
What does that mean?
So I think, okay, so I get it. The X-Men, they seem to have supernatural powers because they seem to be not human, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, that story is an allegory about your own human consciousness, your own awareness, your own ability. But Silas, if you're landing your plane, then you have to stay muted.
Okay.
You landed your plane already. Just stay paused. So what I'm saying is you have the same ability as Professor X. It's just that, here's the thing. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we're not human beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. What is having a human experience? The human side of us, it makes mistakes. Consciousness never makes a mistake. It's perfect. But that's who we truly are. We truly are perfect. We truly are whole. We truly are complete. We are spiritual beings. But we desired form and we desired limitation. And so the body is the limitation. But we're more than the body. I don't want to say it's not who we are. It's not that that's not who we are. It's that we're more than what we see. We're so much more than what we see. And so you can test this out to prove to yourself that you can change your reality with just your mind. That's the whole point of this platform. It's for those who are ready to receive this knowledge and actually apply it so they can experience it. So you want to test it. So you want to think of something you want, tell no one about it, or you can. You can, but when I say tell no one, don't go ask someone to make it so. Don't ask someone to help you. Like because many of us, and many of us have hardly been guilty of this. At one point in time, you needed money and you thought, oh, I can ask my parents, or I can ask a friend to loan me, or I can borrow it from here, or I can borrow from right. Now we understand we don't need to, we are the lender and not the borrower. We're the head and not the tail. So now we understand the law of mind. We know we never have to go to another and ask to borrow something. We only have to decide we already have it. And it's about how much do you want to test that as true for you? How much do you want to test that? To prove to yourself that you don't need to beg or borrow. You only need to command. But you can play the game, right? The game of this reality where we borrow from banks and we borrow from, investments, or we borrow from not the banks, what are they called? Credit unions, That's part of the game. We're free to play that game. But then some people have learned to rise above the game and just decide, no, I can decide that everything I already have, I'm in debt to no man. I owe no man nothing but to love him. So it's up to you. What game you want to play? Go ahead, Key.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I even thought about, actually, this was when A-Town was talking about the whole living in the end, but I forgot what he called it. What did he call it?
The future. He could say something. Remembering the future, creating future memories. Creating future memories.
Yeah, and you know what I thought about?
What did you think about?
I thought about my birthday celebration, right? Earlier this month, when I decided to have the party on a rooftop downtown Chicago. Mm-hmm. It started out, it was supposed to be just a small dinner party, and I just reserved a couple tables. But then a lot of people kept asking me what I was doing to celebrate, and I told them, and they were like, oh, they started expressing that they really wanted to come. They wanted to join me. The next thing you know, this small dinner party grew to 25 people. And I went to increase the reservations with the rooftop, and because there was so many people, they couldn't guarantee that the tables would be together. I think I told you the story, right? But they couldn't. You gotta act like they didn't hear it. But anyways, they couldn't guarantee that the table, and it was a spacious rooftop, and so they were like, okay, well, y'all gonna be all over the rooftop because we cannot guarantee that you don't have a section at the same spot. And they offered me a section for $2,700. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then, but the thought came to me, it was like, no, you don't need to agree to that. And I was like, where did that thought come from? So I turned the offer down, right? But then I started whining, and I had all this doubt. Like, how is this going to work? You're inviting all these people to this rooftop. They sitting at tables. They may not know anybody. They could be sitting far away from you. You got to walk all over it, to try and, be a hostess or whatever. But then I decided it's going to work out. It'll be fine. It's going to work out. And I just kept picturing myself having a ball, enjoying my friends, partying, right? And I just kept focusing on that vision. So then the day comes and we get to the rooftop, and everybody beat me to the rooftop. Like, people were standing in line, like when you go to the hostess section, mm-hmm. and I'm looking, it's all my people. I'm like, oh.
Love it.
Yeah, they beat me there. And so the manager goes, hey, when I went to check in, they were like, there you are. So I went to check in, and they were like, I'll give you your own designated space. Just spent $800. Now, $800 sound a lot better than $2,700. Right?
I know that right. I know that's right.
I'm like, okay, all right. So this whole part, I had this whole designated space, me and my brother, on Chicago's iconic rooftop. And when I tell you, we partied the rooftop down, okay? It was better than my vision. It was better than my dream. I was having so much fun. Everybody who RSVP'd actually showed up. And then the next day, people were calling me because they didn't know that they was gonna be. A lot of them didn't know that they was gonna be sitting at separate tables. They didn't know. They was just like, oh my God, that party was so. When they got there, they was like, oh, then she got a section on the rooftop.
Mhm.
And so people were telling me how much fun they had, and I got a little buzz. I'm like, oh, I want to throw a beach party. I'm like, that was so much fun. When's the next? They was like, when's the next party? I'm like, maybe we can do a beach party. But anyway, that's in the making, right? But throughout the night, people were, just giving me money. I was just balling up money, putting it into my purse. I guess they wanted to pay for their drinks or whatever, appetizers,
Mhm.
And a lot of people, we had already came from dinner. A large part of us had already came from dinner on the river, and we went to live music on the river. So it wasn't really a lot of people eating food. It was just more drinks. And so I was just balling up money and just putting it in my purse. I wasn't counting anything.
Mhm.
So, of course, when it came time for the party was over, and I had to pay. I had to swipe my credit card for $800, And so the next morning I counted the money, and I'm like, well, how much money did I lose? But I was $75 short of. I counted all the cash. I was $75 short of the $800.
Oh wow!
But I
that's
remember,
nice.
right? I was $75 short, and I remember my best friend. She had asked me before she left. She said, I guess she was too tipsy, so she was like, "I'm trying to send you Zelle, but I'm just too out of it. So just call me in the morning and just remind me to send you money." I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. And so I just text her. And I said maybe she'll send me $35. I think she might have had a drink. So I text her and I said, remind her to send me money. And then like maybe 10 minutes later, she sends me exactly $75.
Ah, I love it. Love it. Love
I was
it.
like, oh my God.
Oh,
I'm like,
beautiful.
oh my God, yes. And of course I had to ask her, like, why did you send me? You only had a drink. And she was like, well, I always treat you for, we treat each other for our birthday. And since I didn't treat you, and I just wanted to give you extra money.
Mhm.
I was like, thank you, girl.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So just a recent story about it really does work when you always say, make a decision, decide. Like, right? And when you decide, when you stop worrying about it, when you
Mhm.
stop revisiting it, when you because people were like I'll say my sister-in-law, she was like, you sure you don't want to? And it was no other option. I'm like, no, I'm not reserving nothing. I'm not
I know
having
that's
people
right.
come to me. And what if I would have said, okay, to the $2,700, people were unaware of all this whole cost.
Right.
So they would have just, I don't know, I guess it would have worked out either way, now that I think about it. So even if I would have agreed to the $2,700, then it would have worked out.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if I decide it's going to work out, no matter how much money it is,
Mhm.
it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
it always works out for me. I don't know about nobody else.
I love it.
For me, it always works out. So, yeah, I just wanted to
I
share
love
as we
it.
live in the end.
I know, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It all starts with a decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Yep.
simple. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So simple. That's just good. We just got to remember to keep it that simple. Just remember it, even if the doubt arises, because, sometimes it does, that's okay. You just got to remember who you are. Let's remember wait a minute. I'm the king in this situation. I'm the authority in this situation. Wait a minute. Circumstances have no power. You can say, nope, it's all going to work out. I don't got to worry my pretty little head about it. It's all good in the neighborhood. It always turns out well. It always turns out well. That's a beautiful thing. Because the law is not looking to harm you. The law just only supports you. Always. It's not looking to punish you. It's not looking to test you. Not looking to have you strive and struggle. As Rev Knox says, ain't no going through hell to get to heaven. No more of that. Light and easy is the way. Light and easy. You just got to keep reminding yourself of that. All right. We all just have to keep reminding ourselves that, hey, this is the simplicity is the key. That's why we keep it super simple over here. We kiss, kiss, kiss. Is that Kiss Brown? Kiss, kiss. We kiss, kiss.
Either I thought it was Usher.
Maybe it's Usher. I don't know. Somebody. Is it Usher?
So right.
I think it's Chris Brown, but I
You
could
think
be
it's
wrong.
Chris? Okay.
I could be wrong.
No, it was Chris Brown.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
gonna look at it and say, okay, I was wrong. Somebody, well, Usher got something. Kiss me. Wait, what is it? Put your mouth. Anyway, some song that's similar to that.
There go my baby. That's Usher.
Okay.
Well, the chat has spoken. It is Chris Brown.
Key, would you go up on stage with Chris Brown in his on his tour if he spotted you? Would you go up on stage and let him freak you down?
Yeah, of course. I saw that about that young lady who Usher had actually pulled her on the stage, and she was a beautiful girl, but she gave no type of
She was interviewed by TMZ. She said that she's not an Usher fan, and she said
she's
that
not an Usher fan.
No,
right.
she said that they selected her when she got there and put her in VIP and told her she maybe chosen to go up on stage, and she said that they don't tell you who's going to pull you up there. And so, the people interviewing her was like, "What? It's only two people. What do you mean they don't tell you? It's only Usher and Chris. You only going up there." But she was like, "I'm not a fan of Usher." She said, had it been Chris, it would have been a different story. Which, right, she has her preference.
She has her right.
Yeah, she has her right. She was hoping it was going to be Chris that pulled her up there. Unfortunately, because she said they only tell you moments before that's going to be your time to come up. And she said, well, yeah, I'm going to take the opportunity to go on stage, but I don't have to do anything. And she didn't. She was just like, you ain't the one who I want to be on stage with. I wanted to be Chris. I'm like, hey, I can't even fault her for that.
Well, she could, once she found out that it was Usher, she could have just said, oh, no, thank you, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But she got her 2 minutes of fame, so.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, now she known as the one that rejected Usher.
Got her 2 minutes.
And he go talk, so make sure when you come up here, you want to be up here, because God don't like ugly. He don't like pretty privilege. Clearly he does, because y'all pulled over in VIP and she got to come up there because y'all thought she was pretty. So miss me with the God don't like pretty privilege, because clearly he does. The fuck? How she end up there? Because you thought she was pretty. The hell? She ain't get up there because you thought she was ugly. Her pretty privilege that just didn't mean that you get to rub on it and rub her down. That's all. Her pretty privilege came with choice.
Now I knew she made it to the Shade Room, but I didn't know she made it all the way to TMZ.
Well, Harvey and maybe she's being interviewed by two people.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it though.
For these interviews, so she already getting paid off the show.
Hey.
But I mean, and that's true though. I do get to decide. Like I have options, and you exercise yours, and I'm exercising mine. Just because you pulled me up here, don't mean
you got to think she's a young lady. But Usher pushing more 50. If he ain't already 50, Chris Brown probably about 10 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
She, maybe that could be the thing. Maybe she looking like Usher, maybe a little old head for her. And
they showed a picture that took a picture with Usher's wife. A year ago, so I guess they had some type of interaction. So maybe she felt weird, like this is a married man.
That could be it too.
And that was.
Or it could just be she like Chris Brown. She doesn't.
You know what? Listen, like stop playing. What?
I just heard what you said. So some folks ain't forgot, Some folks ain't forgot, 8 times.
What? I don't understand. But what's the cooties now? Like what's the cooties?
The H-town, the H thing.
True. So, okay, why am I laughing at that? Listen.
Recorded. He could come for me.
No, but you're right. I do remember years ago he had a lawsuit. So maybe she was thinking about that too. Like, don't put your
Yeah, that stuff, you touch anything and anything can pop off.
Totally forgot about that. But well, yeah, I'm glad she didn't say that because that would have been so embarrassing for Usher for her to bring that up. So I'm glad she kept it cute.
She probably saying in the back of her mind. That's her trick bag, probably. That's the one that's gonna get her paid.
Oh,
How did we get? How did we get here?
I know. Let me tell you.
Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. My heart says no, hey.
Did I do that?
A-Town the one. No.
My plane is landed.
A-Town opened up that Pandora's box.
Well, he asked if I would go on stage.
So I'm from Atlanta. Usher been my dude, and we just talking, just regular. This ain't nothing. Ain't nobody heard, but
true. You're right. You're right. I'm just, I mean, I gotta make jokes.
No, I feel you.
I gotta make jokes. I don't care what these celebrities doing. Do your thing.
That's
That's they all want to bump and grind with the groupies, with the fans.
Yeah, and it started because he was asking if I would go, on stage for Chris.
We know how it started. We know how it started, Key.
You're like, don't even start. But I'm so much older. But yeah, I think that's the first person that I ever, how when the women were cougars and stuff, and I used to judge and be like, yep, I would never. And then one day I saw Chris Brown and was like, I would, and yeah, I'm still waiting.
Mm. My daughters is not like my daughters. Neither one of them like him.
Really?
He got too much baggage.
And they're his age group. Yeah.
He got too much baggage. Him and his past with women ain't so,
That's true.
It ain't so. He not so upstanding.
That's true.
So they like, no. They don't feel it for Chris. Yeah. But to each his own.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Well, give me
I wasn't trying to marry him, but
give me Outcast. I don't care about none of them. Give me Outcast. That's it.
not light skin discrimination.
Outcast. That's what I want. The old school style. Give me the old day style. That's what I like.
It's funny. Everybody now because my daughter loved Michael Jackson. He was light skinned. At least he became light skinned. So but yeah, it's all a game anyway. It really doesn't matter, Hey, everybody got their preference. Everybody like who they like, I don't have no dog in the fight. I don't really care. Do you, boo? Like who you like. Don't like who you don't like. It don't really matter. They ain't paying none of my bills. So if I had my choice, I probably would pick Usher. That's the music I'm more familiar with.
For what? Pick him for what though?
Over Chris Brown, if I had to choose one of them.
Okay. Because there's different, pick to marry to like what
we're not doing it. We ain't doing that game. I'm just saying. Like, what's that game?
What is it? Mary, Smurder and
Shag or Stag. What is it? Shag.
Yes. Yeah. Like what you picking up for?
I'm not. Chris Brown just wouldn't even be on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a nice, he's a nice looking young man, But Yeah, I was never like, ooh, Chris. You know, that was just, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, Usher's more my age, so you know, that's
No,
probably
I agree.
yeah, and that was probably about back 10 years ago. It would have been Usher. Usher today,
Not so much.
probably
Yeah,
not.
not so much.
Yeah, not so much, not so much. But it's all good. It's all good. I am Chelsea by Toya. Oh my goodness. Yeah, playing that game. It's cool. But if all things, all things being equal, everybody healthy, everybody good, yes, it would be Usher.
I want Brandy. That was Brandy back in the days.
Oh, you like Brandy?
Oh yes, I was crazy for Brandy.
Oh, oh,
I was crazy for Brandy back in the days. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she was my thing. Yeah.
She did us bogus in Chicago though. She didn't even give us a full show when she came. I was like, really?
Yeah, it was Brandy.
Girl, she was
And
bogus.
she never said what happened.
We all have a thing back in the days, So,
She
Yeah.
never announced to say if she got sick or nothing. She just
I mean,
remember.
that's what she claimed that she did put a little thing out saying that she was, but people
That
wasn't
she got
buying
sick.
it. People wasn't buying it. They didn't. They was like, nope, she didn't like the sound system, so she cut the show short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, he was shy. Like,
Yeah, but she blamed it on sickness, but a lot of fans didn't believe her. They weren't following. They was like, girl,
Now,
bye.
how was she performing before she supposedly got sick? Did she sound like her normal self live? If you ever heard her,
I never just
or
no.
did
This
you
is the
see
first time.
she
This is
was
the first time.
struggling?
This is the first time I seen that. I just feel like maybe she's wearing heavy clothes. You got all them lights. You upstairs. You on stage moving around. She might have got exhaustion. Probably got overheated. But she said it was the sound system. So she said she was saying that she was mad about the sound system. So that's why. But yeah, I couldn't tell the difference. Because I'm sure they probably already got vocals already lined up for them. Because how much of them are actually singing live? I'm sure they got some background vocals that's helping them out. Not to say that she didn't have a live mic. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she didn't have a live mic. But, then they couldn't find out they live mics be auto-tuned. Like, not auto-tuned where their voice is going to sound different, but they make sure that they have the perfect pitch, right? The right tone. I was like, oh, really? So how do you know people can really sing or not? If y'all out here on stage getting help all the doggone time,
it could be lip singing. That could be lip singing, just like the Chinese movie. So how would you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't know, especially all that dancing and stuff, all that moving, and it's like. But I know they practice. They go through stamina workouts and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not saying that they can't, But of course, you would figure somebody like a Michael Jackson doing a 2-hour tour or 3-hour tour, you would think he has some type of vocal help, right? Even regardless of, because you're doing 50 city tours and international tours, you would think,
Yeah.
even though you're practicing and building up stamina or what have you, you would think it's a lot that goes into a production of a show.
You're gonna need a little help.
Yeah, and that's expected, because this is like he did a lot of movement, right? He did a lot of, and I'm sure he gave the people something to It has to be something to be that magnetic to come on the stage and people just pass out.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, I'm like, did that give him like a God complex? You know what I'm saying? Like I know y'all God, but you know what I mean? Like to have other people idolizing you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like what does that do to your mental? Because some people can't handle it, right? Like Britney Spears, she couldn't handle it. Or could she? I don't know. They gave us the appearance that she couldn't handle it, right? Because she ended up shaving her head and all that, and I'm just like,
I can only imagine.
Yeah, having people just come to you, they pass out. Oh my god! Ah, it's just, I'm figure it had to be weird.
Stand out.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of that streamer, and I know I asked you about that too because you never heard of him, but the streamer ISO Speed. I know A-Town probably familiar, or maybe not. Anyway.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
he
yeah.
goes all across the world. Yep.
He goes all across the world, and because he's into football, soccer, world, he and that's what he talks about. Then that's like a world popular sport, and so people are following this young man. When I tell you, the crowds are Michael Jackson level crowds, and they're following him and screaming, and I'm like, and he just shot to fame so quick. I mean, he doesn't have. It's not like he has a talent. He doesn't sing, right? He doesn't do anything. He just, he's
Talks
just
about
a streamer.
soccer. Just talks about
What's
soccer.
his name? What's his name?
But he's a very athletic. He's very athletic. He runs with Ashton. He he runs with a lot of different other streamers as well. But yeah, he's got a lot of different.
But he's not like he plays a sport. You know what I'm saying? Or he has like.
Okay, for sure. But he is known for playing soccer. No, is that not his sport?
No, at first he was following. He would commentary about basketball, and then when he figured out that soccer, it's soccer that
global.
Can take you global. He switched up.
Soccer is global. Yeah.
Soccer is global. Yeah, and it was people like I said, all these people. So he decided like they're following me. All these people are following me everywhere I go. So let me just go to them and go to the crowd so that they can just stop following me. Right? And so that's what he did. He went in the crowd and shook hands and da-da-da. And then after all that, they still kept following him. Like they would not stop. Even though he went in the crowd and kicked it with them and did whatever and party with them, they would not stop following him.
They just be mesmerized, huh? So with y'all fan out over anybody? I just can't see myself being that. I have never been that like.
Nah, I can't.
No.
Celebrity crazed.
I met Shaquille O'Neal. I just said, "Hey, Shaq, how you doing, man?" I shook his hand. That's it. To me, I never excited about anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect them. I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I never excited about nobody.
Yeah.
Like
my daughters would be like my oldest daughter, she got to see, she's a big fan of TLC. So she got to go to one of their concerts and they came to Chicago, and I think she was close enough to the stage where she was able to like, touch one of their hands or whatever. Like they shook her hand, or whatever. And she was like so excited. And like, cause she had been, fans of them since she was a kid. Like I want to say since early, maybe, teenage or what have you. Even though that's my genre of music, she always, felt like connected to them. And then Maya, she was 5 years old when Michael Jackson transitioned, but she cried at 5. Yeah, and
Michael was something different.
Yeah, she bought his, she had his Moonwalker. Like she loves Michael Jackson. Like loves Michael. Like I cannot say nothing because she gonna cut me up if I say anything wrong bad about Michael. And I didn't realize that it was that type of fandom. I was just like, I was blown away. I was like, what?
That. Because like even we grew up in the Michael Jordan era, right? So it's crazy to me to hear these young kids talk about LeBron is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. I like my brain doesn't comprehend, but that's the era that they grew up in, right? So they're like, no, it's LeBron. And I'm like,
they know.
That's what they know. Yep.
Yeah, but they know. Yep. It's just Magic Johnson, right? In our days, well, I'm 90s, but yeah, Magic Johnson, for the one who come before us, there was Magic Johnson.
Yeah. And Larry Bird. And Magic Johnson. Mm-hmm.
Right. So after, and here go Michael Jordan. So that's their time now. LeBron is their time.
Yep. Man, he's still playing.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
He's still playing. He's still going.
Like, he finna play for the 76ers. Like, wow.
But I guess he couldn't do it like Mike and just stay on one team and get them 6 rings, huh?
Well,
I'm
Michael
saying.
Jackson didn't end with the Bulls.
Michael Jordan.
Michael
I
Jordan.
know, but I'm just saying he got them the rings on that one team. So
You know, there was good days, you know, there good days, you know. I wish we can go back to those days because kid these days will at least get something to keep them busy. You know what I mean? Like instead of being on the phone. You know what I mean?
They still playing sports. Kids are still playing sports. They ain't going nowhere. Them sports, and now because of this soccer, you may end up having more children play soccer now because we just hit the World Cup in America.
Right.
You know, so hey, they still got football season starting. They've they still got these sports. Football ain't going nowhere. They trying to make this worldwide. Every year they're playing in 2 or 3 more other countries.
Yes, I want to do the London when the Bears take over London so bad. I think they do that every 5 years, right? So that's on my to-do list.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's on my bucket list when they go to London.
You just want to go to London, huh? Do you watch Bears?
Yeah, well, no, I remember I was telling you, like, I wasn't even into football until last year with all the hype. And I was like, well, let me see what everybody y'all be having fun kicking and watching, the Bears and be all these tailgate parties and stuff. And so then we had, Caleb. And so that's when I was like, well, let me see what I'm missing. And I was like, I'm missing it. I was been missing it for all these years.
Football, nice. I like football.
Yeah.
I like football.
I wish they were going to. I wish we was playing them in Tampa because my daughter get free tickets and stuff for stuff like that. I'm like, we played them here though. When we played Tampa, I'm like,
why?
Because that's just the schedule. That's a home game for us instead of a away game. It's a home game. Yeah.
Your daughter's in Tampa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Tampa is my town. I'm in Orlando. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's only a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's cool. I have a resort in Orlando.
All right, you need to make a plan for Orlando. Then I can join you guys.
Oh. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll see. Maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah, make it happen. Count me in.
Yeah, you see, make it happen. Make it happen, Captain.
Count me in just like that.
Yep.
Just let me know how much it's gonna be. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, we got to do this one first. So.
Okay.
Yep.
I would love to visit Chicago though. I've never been to Chicago. I went to Six Flags Good Adventure, but St. Louis, that's St. Louis, right?
What's in St. Louis?
Six Flags.
We have a Six Flags here.
Oh, okay. I would love to visit Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's in Gurnee, but yeah, we have a Six Flags, Great America.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, it's a beautiful city.
I've never been there.
You say they worship the Baphomet. The Baphomet is just a symbol. I don't know. It's just, I don't know nothing about the celebrity life. I mean, you could probably get into all kind of conspiracy theories when it comes to, I just feel like when people talk about selling a soul, it just means that you decided to do something outside of your own morals, your own character to get something that you wanted, which who is someone else to judge why someone else decided to do a thing in order to be famous or to gain celebrity or to get whatever they wanted in life. If they thought that was necessary for them to accomplish that, then that was necessary for them to accomplish it. As we talked before, as we talked before last time, right? There are poor people that are evil. Whatever you want to deem as evil, and there are rich people that are evil.
Yep.
Evil don't it doesn't know your tax bracket. It doesn't care. Good people. Right. It's about your mindset, character, how you were raised, things you went through. A lot of things play a part on how people end up choosing and selecting a certain road or lifestyle. So, okay. Late gym day. Have fun. Have fun. Love it. Love it. Thank you for joining. Yep. You know, but I guess it's easy for us to sit here and like, you know, not us, but for me to try to criticize somebody's choices. But it's so many things that go into people's situation, why they make the choices that they make. People are operating, some people operate out of desperation. They're in very, you know, some situations that you're trying to escape from, get out of. And that just seems to be like a path for them or a way to escape the current reality they were experiencing. But as we know, you can't run from yourself. You can't run from yourself. So you're always going to confront yourself, regardless of what industry, what path you take. You're always going to meet you. And so might as well just go ahead and face your demons, face whatever's going on within your own mind, and master your mind, grapple with your own mind. I like how Reverend Ike would say, he said, you got to kind of get your mindset off of other people, because you can do all that you can do to keep yourself together. Right? You got enough going on in your life, in your mind, that you just need to just focus on you. Worried about why somebody else chose what they chose and how somebody ended up where they ended up. You get all you can do to mind your business, to keep yourself up in a line and keep yourself in order. You know. Yes, need all my faculties. I know that's right. Yes, yes, yes. So I think we'll end. There's been about 3.5 hours. This is another great live on manifestation. All right. I know sometimes we get into a little of the celebrity talk, and it's okay, you know, as long as, you know, we make sure we're not judging, right? It's okay to talk a little bit, just as long as, you know, kind of stay out the judgment seat.
Not too focused and got loose a little bit.
Yeah. But it's just as long as, you know, I don't think we judge too much. We just like, you know, hey, somebody came up, you know, people made choices, and they still, every time you got a choice. Every time you got a choice. Even if people, it don't matter. You always got a choice. You know, you always got a choice. Regardless if people think they don't have a choice, you always have a choice. Even when it may appear that you don't have a choice, you always get to choose. You just don't get to choose the wheel of the day. You get to choose what type of day, but you don't get to choose the wheel of the day, which means you don't get to determine the how. None of us get to determine how things will play out. And sometimes we don't like how it may be all coming together, but you just got to know, you have to trust the higher self, the higher mind, the God mind. You got to trust that and just know that everything will be just fine. And you got to decide everything is going to be just fine. It all works out. It all works out. Especially when you think nothing's going on, there's no movement, you can't see it, what's going on, what's happening, even though you may start to question or to doubt. Try to figure it out. Just remain faithful, stand still, you know, keep the faith, don't waver, don't doubt, just remain consistent, remain, you know, just keep the focus, keep your attention on the prize. Even if you get angry, even if you doubt a little bit, even get a little sad, even get a little disappointed, self-correct, get yourself back on track, and say it all works out. I said what I said. You got to be like Nene Leakes from Real Housewives of Atlanta. I said what I said. No backseas, no plan Bs, right? No other options. It's just this or better. But we're not settling for less, right? We're not giving up. We're not letting go of the desire. We're letting go of the old state. We're letting go of trying to worry about the how, but we're remaining faithful to the end.
Ashe.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Yes.
Stay beautiful.
Blessings.
Stay beautiful and natural as you are.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad you got it back right, divinely honest. I'm glad you was able to self-correct, right? And put yourself right back, got right back on the horse. Giddy up. Self-corrected. Remain faithful. Don't beat yourself up. No need to condemn. No need to give yourself grace, extend mercy. Talk to yourself lovingly. You got this. Good night.